and g'day once again to ye mateys. I be your exegetical and excessant DM, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more of a thrill than convincing my future muscle elf poly boyfriend to join the adventuring party, and then to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove for some more Humblewood World, for some more of Midnight and Madness. Above me, I have my hearty crew, the exculpated Rachel Fuka, the excogitative Jack O'Brien, and the hexagonic Ro. So, let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we?
Can we get some definitions first? Yes, please.
All right, these are all nice things as well. Exculpated.
Oh, okay.
Exculpated from Rachel means freed from guilt. Rachel has no guilt, apparently.
I'm so jealous.
Excogitative, Jack, one who thinks things out. And hexagonic, accompanied by a release of energy, Ro. I considered swapping you and Rach because of how Rach entered the Zoom call, but I decided
that would
to
be
leave
fair.
it away. And then
I like being exculpated. I've made a lot of threats on this stream, so it's good to be in the clear.
Zero
Clean
guilt
slate
about it.
today.
I just appreciate that, like, this one sounded like Sondheim lyrics. That's what I enjoyed. Like
exegetical
singers
is
want to kill themselves.
Exegetical is relating to a critical interpretation of a text, which is what I'm literally doing on this stream right now. And excessant is practicing. I am a practicing DM. So yeah, those were my ones as well. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Rachel, who the absolute heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fuka. I'm an actor, writer, creative trash at large. You can find me on assorted various media, social and otherwise, at Rachel Fuka, because that name is all it is. I don't know what else is. You can also find
I love that Rachel's
book
got
that I
so
wrote,
much energy.
The Rings of Mars, on
I
the
thought it was me.
No, I think
It's Rach today.
back. Did I unfreeze? Good, you didn't hear me admit to all those crimes.
Oh,
Excellent. I was just spewing confessions, but you guys missed it, so still
Amazing.
exculpated.
Yep,
Glad to hear
nice.
that.
But your book, The Rings of Mars, can be found on Amazon and a few other places on the internet, and should be purchased there. And Rachel will have no guilt about any of the threats
Yeah,
she makes.
you can get it while it's good, which is forever.
Has Rach frozen again?
A little bit, yeah.
she's a bit roboty.
Hopping in
God
and out.
damn it. Ugh.
Jack, who the heck are you?
Hey everybody. So my name is Jack O'Brien. You can find me as a professional game master on www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. And come September, before I leave for my little mini holiday, I'm going to be raising money over there for the Animal Rescue Cooperative by doing Ring Fit over on Twitch/JackSquarePeg. So come help me raise some money. If you raise enough, you get to pick the exercise, and I get to curse your name. That's how it works. I'm looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun. So come check me out over there on Jack Squarepack, where we also do RPG edutainment, and I get to tell you about how I've run for the 5th time like 9 teenage kids in a 2.5 hour fucking session, and you wonder why I get paid for this. Anyway, that's me. Yep.
Sounds hellish. Okay, Ro.
Yeah,
who
why
the
do you think
heck
I
are
get paid?
Hi, I'm Ro. I'm a Perth-based educator and theatre maker. You can find me here on Mondays and on Instagram at Crowdventurers, where you can see photos of my dog Charlie with the large ears, photos of my many travel adventures, and upcoming projects. Hurrah!
Awesome.
It was too slow.
Okay, sounds hellish. That's why I get paid. Yep, that's
Yeah, life. Hashtag
literally
life.
adult life, yeah. And mesdames et messieurs, Damen und Herren, and beings of indeterminate gender and perspective, I be Josh the Pirate. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all my splendid friends. In the next month, we will be having another International Talk Like Josh the Pirate Day, Volume 3. Going for round 3 on this one. I have already had promises of sponsorship from Troll Games, from Roll With Advantage, and a tentative yes from Meeple Dragons as well, which is super fucking yeah, we have Owen from the Lost Archives is going to be coming and DMing for us. Dana, the wonderful Lorite herself, will be coming as well. And there was Des from Tribe will also be guest DMing, which is very exciting because I don't think I've actually had Des run a game on my channel. So that's very freaking cool. Yes, once I've got the DMs locked down, I'll start locking down some players. But this game will, one of the episodes of this will feature in that 27-hour charity marathon as well. Ongoingly, Karen and I have Baldur's Gate tomorrow evening, and we will be back on Thursday night for some more Monsters and Magic. We're back in the Humblewood, and then on Sunday night, special fancy Sunday stream, we will be finishing off that 3-shot that we didn't do on Thursday because Josh did something silly and replaced his graphics card, which fucked his computer completely. How awful is Sunday going to be, or Monday going to be for Jack? I also
it's good. I enjoy you all. It's fun.
Excellent. We also need to talk about the Ukrainian people because, as you may have noticed, there is a war going on in Ukraine right now. So if you have any digital pennies in your charity wallet, please consider chucking them over at the Emergency Action Appeal. Crispin Crunch, there is absolutely nothing to be sorry for. You were a bloody champion, and honestly, you saved my sanity there. Crispin was the person who helped me get the computer back and working again. Otherwise, we wouldn't be streaming now. I expect. I probably, if you hadn't helped me fix it, Crispin, I may well have just gotten in the car the following day and come to your house and said, please, sir, help me fix. But I didn't have to because Crispin's a champion and responds to messages on Discord quite promptly. Yes, we have that coming up on Sunday evening as well, which is very exciting. The Ukrainian folks, please chuck any charity pennies you have at that link that I put up in chat for the Emergency Action Appeal. This group of Australian charities and not-for-profits who are raising money for the refugees from that war. We are supported, proudly affiliated by Wootenforge Gaming Accessories, the creators of WA's and possibly even the world's finest handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories. This is a Jarrah Dice Keeper. They do laser engraving on the inside. It is leather on the inside and a lovely, beautiful Jarrah Australian hardwood on the out. And they make some incredible stuff there. Check them out at wootenforge.com. Hey, reading aloud. Good to see you, mate. The music that is gracing your ear holes is presented by Sirenscape. Check them out at sirenscape.com. It's very handy, if a little buggy facility, particularly useful for DM. Jack giggles because he knows exactly how bad it is. It's great when it works. Put it that way. I think that's all we need to talk about, but I think we need a recap. The absolute heck happened last... one more thing, actually. I must also remind our exceptional, exclusive, and possibly even mildly eccentric audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We have the YouTube, the YouTuber. And we have a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us there. Seek out computer modification advice from us. I'm super good at it, promise. And other things. Fun story. So I put a new graphics card in my computer. That took 6 hours in Crisp and Crunch. Then I took my old graphics card and put it in Karen's computer. That took me the 45 minutes I had anticipated the first one taking. Because I do know how to do it. It just didn't work when I did it the first time. And possibly only mildly accessible. Look, I don't want to call anybody out, Crispin. So, Jack, what the absolute heck happened last week?
And yet you say my name. No. Hey, everybody. So,
Jack, you mildly eccentric person.
Yeah. Depends on if I'm being professional or not. Hey, everybody. Let's do a recap. So, music is there if you want to hear it, as I always do. So, when last we left our heroes, the party have found themselves in Valakai, where the smiles are free, but everything else is costly. Unless you know a Were-Raven family. Then you get 10% off. Thanks, Guy. We sold off our gear and bid farewell to Willem, who seems convinced that we can totally pull off this giant dragon the size of a small bus skull heist out of the place where the big boss vampire lives. You got this! We smile politely and leave. Trish is close to her time limit on needing to kill someone every 3 days, but through the power of chat interaction, has a free victim. But this is Josh the Pirate as DM. You didn't think that would be a free pass, would you? Nope. The price is guilt. Just checking that I can still be heard.
Yeah.
Yes, because everyone's quiet. Excellent. Cool.
We're
Because
just
last time I
enjoying
did
what
this,
you're
it
saying.
didn't. Yeah.
We're just
Completely
listening.
interrupted from the first good night's sleep, verging on alcohol poisoning, interrupts the murder fest to put the compatriot of the thief, Trish's dismembering, to sleep, then acts like a bit of a bastard, going back to sleep with a lot of harsh nothings being exchanged between them. The party move on to the Bonegrinder, where I'm sure we'll find the item and get going with no problems, right? P.S. Selenox is quite about her problems, but is also totally fine. XX.
Yeah, totally fine.
Just a party of well-adjusted, happy.
Because she's not talking about her problems, so it's
Great.
clearly there's no issue, right?
The
That's
boom
how
stick
this
all
shit
over again,
works.
There you go.
Jack, I want to say Jackal, actually. Welcome, thank you for joining us. Yes, this is an ongoing D&D world. This is episode 28, 29 of this particular series, this particular group, but well over 100 episodes of various characters in this setting. So yeah, thank you for joining us. We are in Burrowvia. We are doing Curse of Strahd, but we are doing it with cute little animal folks. So, mateys, may your bargaining skills be up to selling any chariot, and all the murders you commit be quiet, keep quiet the curse within you, and be morally unambiguous as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting anxiety and dread into Burrowvia. So, we return to Burrowvia and the old Svalich Road, a couple of hours east of Valakai, the happiest town in all the land, where the party have made a literal and figurative killing, both from loot acquired at the Amber Temple and some random asshole Omi made me make up. They are continuing east in search of a crumbling edifice, the Old Bonegrinder, an inauspiciously nicknamed windmill, and a mighty weapon for use against Strahd that they might find there. So, bloody champion. What do you do? I would say you are waking up after your long rest. Smoothie, somewhat hungover. If he was that drunk, then he'll probably have a tiny bit.
Trish just jumped out. Oh
Yeah,
no, we
I'm
lost
sure
a
Rage
Rage.
is just resetting. And
okay.
Jackal, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywag.
I do enjoy that everyone has disappeared, but I am still Selenox.
Yes.
Aha!
Jack is currently in between
interesting.
being Trish and Smoothie.
Okay, hang on. I got this.
Lean over.
I will-
You lean
I-
towards your microphone.
Hang on. Which way's Smoothie? This way?
No, other way.
Oh
Yeah,
no, it's the other way.
I
This way?
can't be
Okay,
bothered
cool.
fixing it.
I
She'll be back in a minute.
I feel everything, and it really hurts. Oh, I'm gonna hit the thing, baby! How did I do? Good. I don't know.
Yeah, nailed it. Nailed
Yeah,
it.
I thought so. Yeah. Good morning, I suppose. While we wait for Rage. There she is.
Hello.
You missed
Oh,
a
hey.
great. Yeah, I was filling in for you. Don't worry about it.
Aha.
Okay. Sorry, I
Everything
still
went
have
Madness.
my wild magic teleporting thing on from last time, so I just bamfed out for a minute.
Yeah.
Still get the hang of it.
Happens.
Sorry.
Happens.
Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, you wake up to varying degrees of sobriety and headaches. Trish, how did you sleep?
Not good. Yeah. Not good.
Great.
Filled with guilt and confusion. Confusion about what everyone's deal is in this party. Guilty about what I have to do every 3 fucking days. Just the usual.
Sure. So it's a normal morning for Trish. Selenox, how are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. Bit pissed. Not drunk, pissed. A little bit annoyed.
With?
Well, Selenox doesn't feel the kid handled himself particularly well yesterday. So she might be having a loud conversation with him this morning. But in terms of sleeping, yeah, I slept fine. I don't have any guilt.
You didn't murder anyone.
In fact, I was very restrained, I feel.
Yeah,
You were.
absolutely. You saved a life, and then Trish gave it 50 gold pieces.
Yeah,
And then it
yeah.
ran away.
I'll probably be pissed about that as well if I find out.
And
I
bleary
stand by my
eyed.
choice.
Yeah, no, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, no, I'm on board. Selenox would be annoyed.
That's why Selenox isn't going to find out, I imagine.
Yeah, there we go.
And a little bleary-eyed, a little bit after the ladies wake up, Smoothie stirs inside his.
Can
I think I was on
Selenox?
the last watch, right? So therefore, that's the idea.
Then you
Did
were
you
awake.
stay awake?
That's a good question. Let's have a roll 20 in chat.
If
Whoa.
Smoothie is asleep, I definitely want to
Jackal.
do some pot banging.
Can we have an exclamation mark roll space, the number 20 in chat, please? That is to determine whether or not Smoothie was awake for the like this.
Whether the 12.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go,
My
nailed it.
constitution's quite good, so I'm gonna say yes, but blearily.
Yeah. You weren't doing a
Um,
great job of being on watch, but fortunately the local bandits were already dealt with.
Yeah, we sorted it out for you.
Only one danger per night. That's the rule. Couldn't possibly happen again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't really I haven't been camping in a long time, but I imagine there's some sort of routine. So whatever that is, it's probably happening. This is a interesting question. Who do you this is for the other players, I guess. Who do you think out of the three of us would be like, you know, what would be really tragic if Helvig was the person who did the food?
I feel like he is as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we're used to having breakfast, and there's just no breakfast this morning. We're like, what's the deal? Where's the?
Selenox finds like some rations or something and is like,
Yeah.
I feel like Smoothie can cook, but hasn't been. I
Yeah,
feel like
I mean-
Biggin would have taught him.
Like how to survive. Certainly.
Yeah.
He's no chef.
He's no chef, yeah.
No. But I get the feeling that with that in mind, if we are cool with that, other players, that he would do his best to come close to the morning, have something akin ready to go. But I think at this point, the lack of supplies are starting to show. Like at the beginning, we had stuff from Humblewood, but it's starting to run low.
Yeah,
So-
you picked up some like road rations as Bishop Blood, that sort of thing, from the guys in Argenvostal, and happy to say that the Mardikovs topped you up a little bit with some local produce in
Yeah.
Valakai, so you maybe have some stuff, but you're not, as you say.
It'd be quite low because I
Yeah.
imagine that like there historically speaking there aren't that many crops that flourish with no sunlight.
No.
So
it's-
we had this nice stuff that we'd taken with us from Humblewood, and now we don't have it. But potatoes would grow quite well. So I imagine that as a semblance of a peace offering, he's doing his best to mash as this is happening.
Ooh, ash, you say? And yeah, all right, interesting. So there is mashed potato on the boil. And
I imagine
don't,
potato is going to be on the menu fairly often. So.
I don't know if he knows about.
No, he does. That's
Oh,
why
okay.
he's making it.
All right, okay.
Because she's mentioned it in pub menus in the past.
Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. So Smoothie is making mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a conversation wanting to be had, or shall we? Okay, let's progress the narrative. The three.
Bro, you have a face. Go for it if you want to speak.
no, just as he's making potatoes, Selenox would probably pop by and be like, this is nice. You could also try saying something.
Remember when you tried to say something?
Yep,
How'd that go?
fair point. I don't think that's the way it's supposed to go, though. Yeah, no, actually, that was scary. All right, whatever, kids. Give her the potatoes.
It's for all of us, but you don't have to have it if you don't want. Yeah. And he will just kind of accept whatever the penance looks like. He'll just kind of go about his business and work in silence, packing up if that's what he needs to do. But the food is by Trish's bed when she wakes up.
Trish, you awaken to the wafting smell of freshly mashed potatoes. Maybe with a little bit of butter.
Ooh. Ooh. And I'm assuming I didn't hear that other conversation, so I'm not going to let it affect what I do.
No, let's your call.
Oh, I think Trish is just going to wake up feeling a bit like shit and see the potatoes and go, it's a new day. It's going to be all right. Thanks for the potatoes. Om nom nom.
As you go to start spooning them in, you notice there is a statue of Hath wrapped around your forearm, like cuddling you.
The buddy.
It's still a statue, but yeah. You could just wear it, like it's like an ornamental
cute.
arm guard thing, but it's probably quite bulky.
I get into a lot of scraps. I wouldn't want the little guy getting hurt, so I'm gonna leave it there while I eat, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna delicately slip my arm out of it
Light
again.
it out, pop it back in your backpack. Yep, cool.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
before we leave as well, I'll see if Soot wants some of the mash.
What?
Do you eat mash?
Soot, he tries it, and Soot being a little smoke dragon, basically, yeah, tries it. Look, yeah, you know how like a duck
I do have some, and there's like a little bowl of the, because I imagine it's like wood ash.
Mm.
And Smoothie made an assumption, but like there's a little bowl full of that from the excess of the fire.
Yeah, that I was going to say that's actually probably what he. Yeah, and yeah, he tries it, and you know how ducks like tip their heads back on them. It's that sort of thing, and a dog with peanut butter. And he's like, you can see him like, Soot, and you hear, not bad, Soot, not fire though, and then he swoops into the fire, and you see him just sort of rolling around in the ashes, like and he comes out looking really invigorated, about 5 minutes later, and just sort of walks out shedding soot from himself. He's like, Soot! And that's very clearly he's like, I am up for this shit today. This is what he needs to do to recharge. And then he sticks his face in the bowl of fire ash that Smoothie leaves out. Yeah, you hear sort of vigorous slurping coming from it. And Smoothie, you can make me a wisdom check.
Okay.
Well, at least feeding them's gonna be easy.
Let's make it a 9.
Soot looks at you and goes, Soot! And you don't really get any idea of what he's saying other than you would get an implication of gratitude, like
You're welcome.
that was a thanks, but
Actually,
you don't
no,
actually.
he wouldn't say anything. He'd just nod.
But you don't hear the word thank you in your head.
Oh no, yeah, no, he's yeah. One could assume.
Yep.
Fuck off.
However, Trish and Selenox hear him say thanks. Cool. Alrighty. Well then, that was less aggressive than I thought it would be. Okay, so the old Svalich Road continues on out of Valakai to the east and makes its way up through the Balanok Mountains. It carves. There is a valley sort of carved by this road, or it looks like the valley was cut for the road, but it does head up as well. So yeah, it turns into a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends. First into the Balanok Mountains and then past them through down into a fog-filled valley. Smoothie, it's been a while since you saw this valley. This is the valley, the main sort of. The Balanok Mountains divide Burrowvia laterally at roundabout up the middle. And the main valley that you are looking down into now is where Burrowvia, the town, is, along with Castle Ravenloft. So Trish and Selenox, you are getting your first sight of Castle Ravenloft. Far in the distance, you can make it out. In the heart of the valley, you can see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake. Its waters still and dark. A branch of the road leads west to a promontory, atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes turning lazily in the breeze. Beyond the walled town, you can see a dark, brooding edifice of a castle. Very tall, hundreds of spires, some of them very much gravity-defying, things growing out. It looks almost organic in its growth, like a coral growth, in the way that it seems to have spawned more towers sticking out of other towers, and just it feels almost impossible, and yet there it is. Stands very pointy, and Trish, you get a bit of a shiver up your spine as you see it. Your prey is in Selenox. The feeling is very different. You feel a warmth. Look upon this.
Now you are his child of the night.
That's Castle Ravenloft, not
That is
the.
Castle Ravenloft.
And then the right.
Well, there it is.
It's prettier than I expected.
This old place used to be quite pretty. People say, anyway.
Maybe it'll be pretty again. So the Bonegrinder.
Yeah.
What do we know about it? Let's regroup before we get in there.
Well, I'm gonna keep an eye out for markings. Everywhere around there were my people tend to let others know about the kind of things that they're to expect around there. So if it's safe, we should know, and if it's not, we should know. I imagine this is a fairly prominent landmark. Do I know anything off the top of my head?
Smoothie, make me a history check.
All right. Just straight.
Not a particularly high DC, but yeah.
Okay. That's a 4. -2.
Yeah. I think the fact that you would, as far as you're aware, this place is not inhabited. It is, the last time you came through here, no one lived here. It is broken and run down. It is a good landmark because it was a windmill that serviced Valakai and Burrowvia. It was one of the best. It was really well situated up on the hill, up on the mountain. But when the crops died, so did the need for a windmill. So it fell into disuse and disrepair. However, somebody has started using it again. The veins didn't used to turn last time you came up. However, it is turning now. It does look rather dilapidated. And if you're wanting to make a perception flight-based for Vistani check marks.
Which tracks? 25.
5. Yeah.
Not so good at the smarts. Good at the wisdom base.
That tracks. Yeah. You do see the telltale Vistani marks of nice plate. Good plate.
Oh, okay. Well, take that with a grain of salt. Obviously.
Good trade. Well.
Good trade. Huh. What the hell would they? Okay, so you can see here, you see that little circle there? That means trade. So it's a new venture, I guess, because last time I was here there was nothing like that. But the thing is, as far as I know, nothing's changed. As far as what the windmill could achieve. So I don't really know what they could be trading. We're obviously trying to get this item and the sword, and it's supposed to be inside, so or under, which would be bad too.
Trade is good though. Gives us a non-suspicious reason to be here. We can just pretend we're here to trade goods while we scope the place out.
Yeah. Okay, let's try that.
Oh. You make your way towards it. The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the town down in the valley. Upon closer inspection, as you sort of head your way up, and remember you are now on a little cart that sits, it would seat 4 comfortably, and is pulled by a single riding horse, Thunder. Yeah, so you are sort of rattling along this rutted mountain pathway down towards, you've had to sort of go up and around and over, and then you're coming down and out onto a promontory where this little windmill stands. Upon closer inspection, the damage would appear superficial, and to a degree recently repaired. The brick walls have received a new coat of paint, and the windows, though a few are cracked, are all clean. A somewhat spindly wooden platform encircles the windmill on the 2nd floor above the doorway, which leads into the area. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven that watches you intently as you come closer. The area outside is full of somewhat intended patches of flowers and a quartet of picnic tables, populated by a few people. A young servant couple share a pie with a deep red fruit filling, giggling as they feed it to each other, while at a different table an old strake sits looking wistfully out over the valley, chewing with an absent smile on a tart, a pastry. The 3rd table has a twitchy-looking middle-aged loomer man, apparently waiting for his treat. Yeah.
Can we still see Ravenloft?
Yes, in the distance. Lost Archives are raiding us. Thank you very much for the raid, you bloody champions. Avast, mateys, you wee scallywags. Check out the Lost Archives for another excellent D&D and TTRPG channel. Anybody who wants to have more of that delicious content, check out our friends over there. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and you bloody champion, thank you for bringing your lovely folks. Hey guys, we are doing some Burrowvia. I believe you guys were doing some Burrowvia as well. Or is it Avatar Night? I can never remember. But yes, we are just getting to the bone grinder. Oh, let us grind them bones. You are heading on down the pathway to this lovely little windmill.
I'm gonna whisper to my friends, this place seems really nice.
Yeah. It's more just Smoothie's trying to do the math and what the hell they could be making. Because again, sun, fruit, tart. Like, am I? Hang on, you said tart. Am I smelling fruit or meat?
Sort of a mincemeat, most of them look like. Though, you do get the occasion. I mean, make me a smell-based perception check. You can all do this if you like.
I'm
You said,
distracted.
are you smelling?
Mrs. Lovett's meat pies.
Yep.
Savory and sweet
Meat
pies.
pies, as you'll see.
Num, 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 num. 15 for Smoothie.
Just a minute. Oh god damn you!
19 for Trish.
Rachel.
19.
Fucking song in my head.
Trish. Yeah. You catch the occasional note of fruit on the air. But most of them are mincy pies. A lot of seasonings, a lot of herbs and spices. There is clearly this place does some heckin' good pastry. As you make your way up the path,
Okay.
the area brightens as, for the first time since your arrival in Burrowvia, the total cloud cover lessens slightly, and the sun is just visible.
That's nice. I knew today was going to be a good day, damn it!
Aggressively cheerful. That's actually
I'll
Trish's
deal with my
vibe, now that I
problems.
think
Yeah.
about it. That's
Trish is aggressively most things.
Yeah. Yeah. Why live life half-mast, man?
Exactly.
That's what I say.
He oddly mirrors rage.
Oh, shocking. Thank you.
So, you pull on up to this place. It's
Alright,
the
well,
actual...
I say we...
Sorry?
I was going to say, I say we just walk right up and see what's going on. Seems like a pretty welcoming place.
So the sort of the area, the picnic area, is surrounded by a fence, like its own little paddock. But you can easily park your cart and horse out the front, tie Thunder up by her reins, and head on in through the little gate.
Selenox takes a minute to follow everyone. She doesn't notice for a second that everyone is getting out of there and heading up in.
Uh-huh.
And then she kind of shakes herself out of it and follows them in.
Sure. Trish and Smoothie, as you are entering, a homely hedge girl, probably late teens, it carries out a big tray, upon which is a steaming pie, the pastry a warm golden brown, and places it in front of the Luma, who dives into it with almost unseemly fervor. And she laughs. There you go, Charlie. Get that in you and you'll perk right up. And she sort of pats the guy on his back and just sort of stands smiling, watching him devour this pie.
What is it with this place and being creepily cheerful?
Depends on where you go. I think most people are happy to have any kind of distraction. If it tastes good, then they'll probably jump on it.
Do I have to smile here?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I mean, maybe
sweet.
to be polite if you choose to buy food.
Yeah, right.
Be right with you. And she gestures to the fourth table that is currently unoccupied, and heads inside.
Trish is gonna open up magical awareness and look at these pies.
Very well. So what
The
does
vibes are sketch.
Very well. Magical awareness, what does that tell you exactly?
I can until the end of my next turn, you know the location of any spells or magic items within 60 feet, if it isn't under total cover, when you sense the spell, you learn what school of magic it belongs to. I want to know if there's something wrong with this food. Is it fucking with people? Is it poison? Is it magic? What's going on?
As somebody says in chat, it's not magic, it's just heroin. The pies contain they are vaguely magical. Not a spell exactly. But it feels like it's an enchantment. It's an enchantment school of magic. And yeah, it's like a positive charm has been placed upon. Basically, you get that it is a. I think that's the information you would get. There is a minor charm placed upon them. You could infer possibly to make them taste better. But also, it is a happiness charm.
Is it common to charm food?
Not super
What?
common, no.
Is it something I would know?
Oh, I thought you were asking characters.
In Humblewood, no.
Yeah. In Humblewood, that's weird? Okay.
Weird, no. I think it's probably more like hoity-toity. Like it would be.
So weird to Trish.
Trish would consider it. Nevermore would like it, but nah. That sort of. Yeah, it's posh people food in Humblewood.
What are you looking at?
I don't know if we should eat anything here. It's got a spell on it. It's either dangerous or expensive. Either way, let's not.
Well, I mean, fair enough, I guess. But
I mean, if it's just expensive, we kind of just had a little bit of a windfall.
if it's magical, that kind of makes sense. They're kind of smiling so hard that I think some of their faces are gonna crack.
Do you reckon that caused the brightness? It's weird for around here.
Oh, I did the sun come out? Sorry, I missed that part.
Yeah, not fully, but it is.
I would have acknowledged that a bit more. My bad.
rather than it is. Hang on, I'll go up to where I said it. For the first time since your arrival back in Burrowvia, the total cloud cover lessens slightly, and the sun is sort of just visible. The occasional ray comes through gaps in the clouds.
Wow.
It's pretty bright.
By comparison, and yes, Elenox, you're.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's quite a lot brighter than usual. Around here, it's not normally bright.
Yeah, but it's. I wonder if that's why they can get fruit. Maybe this is like the sunniest place in Burrowvia.
Given that Smoothie has already at least partially filled the Selenox puzzle, I don't necessarily think I'm gonna roll. I think because I seem to remember he kind of went like, oh, because yeah. So he will just kind of raise his eyebrows and then just let it go. And just kind of wait for this woman to be ready. And he's more intrigued than he was before, to be honest, especially about the brightness thing. Maybe that is correlated.
Oh, there is one other thing. Actually, with that, you would also see Raven has transmutation magic.
That tracks.
Uh,
That's why I waved at him.
Yeah. The Raven, as you look, Trish, can you make me either an insight or animal hand?
He waves back with one.
Right. They're both 0. Okay, animal handling. 14.
14. Yeah. The bird seems a little agitated and wary, and flutters away as the hedgewoman goes back in. But yeah, it was definitely, there was something very magical about that.
Okay. Okay.
But it flies back toward Valakai.
We just met a whole bunch of were ravens, but it's not connected. Don't worry
You
about it.
don't know that they're were ravens.
He said.
No, it's never been mentioned. Jack knows
He said that they're like friends with the
I'm
birds.
pretty
The-
Yeah.
sure-
Friends
okay.
with the birds.
He did not say
All right.
that.
Okay.
You may have inferred that, but yeah, no, they are family friends. He can communicate with the bird. They do that, but yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna say, oh yeah, coming around the corner, from like behind the windmill, you see a young Pterin girl, perhaps 16. Wearing a woolen dress of light yellow and black, of light yellow with a black shawl, coming around the mill, dusting off her hands of dirt, and stops, smiles lightly at the sun as it hits her face. She is carrying a basket of flowers that she has presumably just picked, and these she sort of takes to each table and puts in a little jar of water in the middle of each. Getting to your table, thank you. That's enough, Dub. She puts up a little posy of flowers. Seriously, enough. Stop it. No, it's Therese, you muppet. I will. Worth. Yeah. She comes over to your table and says, "Hi there. Can I get you anything?" As she puts a posy of daisies, and they're wildflowers, but she has been cultivating. Can I get you anything?
What's on the menu?
Well, we have a special kind of, my mum makes some amazing pies. Yeah, we call them our dream pies. They are a little enchanted, just heads up. They are, yeah, basically, this place is a bit, it's hard to live, right? So, yeah, this is our way of making things a little bit nicer, bringing a little bit of joy into the world. So, yeah, the dream pies give you good dreams.
Smoothie immediately starts paying more attention.
So they give you good dreams. That's the enchantment on them.
Yeah.
And is the bright around here just normal? Doesn't seem
It's
normal.
nice, isn't it? Once a week.
What?
I think it's because we're so high.
And that's how you can get the beautiful flowers, right?
Exactly.
That's nice.
So does your mum run the mill?
Yeah. Well, the three of us do. Ophelia and I help.
You've got is that your sister?
Yeah. Obviously, Hedge and Pterin, not so much of an inbreeding, not so much of a crossbreeding thing, but you could infer one of them is a dog. He was just out here before with bringing the food out. Yeah.
Right. And you've been running this place for a while?
No, we took it over quite recently. I think we moved up about 6 months ago now.
Cool. So pie. That's what's on the menu.
Well, yeah, we also have a selection of beverages. They are also like mostly not enchanted, but there is like alcohol doesn't need it so much. But yeah, there is a couple of alcoholic or non-alcoholic variations of the same.
Oh, it's very early in the morning. I think we'll all just have water.
We could do
And
fruit
some
juice
pie,
if you like.
please.
Pie? Okay,
Hi.
no worries. Hi. I don't see that many Pterins up here. It's nice to meet. My name's Bella.
Hi. Smooth. Smoothie.
Smoothie. Nice to meet you, Smooth. Sorry, and your names, ladies?
Patricia, nice to meet you.
Hi, Patricia.
Selenox. Pleasure.
Lovely to meet you. Well, so, we have a variety of different pies. We've got fruit, or there is mince, really, is the sort of the two main varieties. Are you wanting something small and sweet, or do you want something a little bit more savory?
I'll have a fruit one, please.
Fruit as
pie.
well, please.
2 fruit? 3
Three
fruit
fruit.
pies. Excellent. Okay, I'll see what's on the boil. Have a nice seat. We'll be right with you.
Okay.
And yeah, she, at Smoothie's obvious discomfort, giggles.
No, not discomfort. No.
Well, the other thing.
other thing.
Selenox, you would observe this woman is suspiciously attractive 16-year-old girl.
Damn it!
God damn it.
Probably,
Although
like, no. Well,
Never
so the word,
fails.
Give us a rating out of 10, Josh.
Never
I would give
fails.
you, I would say, a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5 is like
Right
not
on the
quite.
Just okay, but that's only because Josh knows that you'll consider 8 fucking evil.
Yes! It's okay, we don't have to kill her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yet. Selenox is gonna, being aware at this point of the hearing of Pterins, she's not gonna say anything, but she's just gonna like kick Smoothie under the table as she turns her back or whatever. Like when she can't be seen, she doesn't say anything. She just kicks him and is like,
Cool, man.
offers him some water or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a big gulp.
So, pies will take a little minute. Are you happy to just sit? There are, the nearest table to you there is occupied by a servant couple. They look quite young, sort of newlyweds is the vibe. They have that sort of disgusting, like honeymoon-esque vibes. Don't you hate it, Rach?
Oh, that's the worst.
They are sharing a pair of pies. It's like one have been placed in front of each of them, and it seems like both of them are consuming more of the others than themselves. They are being fed by the other and giggling / chuckling their way through this whole thing.
As in they're giggling and chuckling through their no awareness of this stuff around them,
at
right?
the silliness of what they're doing, of how fun and
Right.
silly they're being,
Yeah.
and how much they just love each other.
It's still bright?
It is almost uncomfortably bright for Selena.
I don't suppose you two would mind if we saw if there were tables inside.
Inside the mill?
Yeah, I mean, we can check it out then.
Selenox,
Yeah.
you're welcome to go and have a little sticky beak while the other two sit, or you can go together.
No, I'll go. We'll go with you?
Well, I'm not going to stay here by myself. All right, let's see if we can go inside.
I mean, I can just go and check if there's tables if you want, or if we're all happy to move inside, then we can see if there's, yeah.
Let's just go. It's no big deal.
So the three of you go in. Inside the building, the ground floor has been divided in two. So cut across pretty much laterally. One side is a sort of storefront / cafe. This is what you're walking into. Think hole in the wall sort of barista coffee cafe. There's a blackboard behind the counter of today's specials with prices, all in the sort of 2 silver piece range. So yeah, you're not going to be a meal for 3 will be a gold piece tops sort of thing. They're not charging you adventurer prices, where everything is in gold coins. There is several flower pots and potted plants, ferns. The walls are, again, it's very neat and tidy. It's very clean. You can see a little purple curtain has been hung separating the front of the house from the back of house from the kitchen. and you hear some quiet conversation from inside the kitchen. Smoothie particularly can make out a quiet discussion of 3 more guests. Amazing. I'll get right on. You hear a different voice than the 2 you've already heard. It is a more mature woman's voice, saying, "Oh yes, more. Fine, absolutely, excellent, good job, girl." Then you hear her say, "Bella, go and make sure everybody's comfy out there." And Bella comes back out through the curtain as you guys enter. She said, "Oh, hello. There are no tables inside. It is quite cramped. It's only there's about sort of 15 square feet of floor space. It is. You go in there to order, but you sit outside. They don't do sterling business when it's raining. There is the awning around. There is a pathway around the mill on the 2nd level. So there is a bench under that if you wanted to sit in the shade, but it's not indoor. When it is.
Sorry, we were looking for, just wondering if there were any tables inside, but obviously.
Sorry, no, there isn't really enough room. We did think about putting the kitchen on the 2nd floor, but honestly, Mum didn't like the idea of having to go up and down the stairs every time. It was. God damn it, Jack. I was like, is Smoothie doing that? Oh, I know what he's doing. Right.
The teeth.
Nailed it. She said today's fruit pies are either strawberry or blue.
What was the other one? Blueberries and what?
Blueberry or strawberry.
Strawberry,
Okay.
thanks. Sounds good.
Strawberry. Excellent.
Strawberry.
I'll go blueberry, please.
Just to be different.
Something
Sure.
different.
No worries. And says, "And water for the table," and she's actually goes under the bar counter and gets out some water jugs and while I think about it, that's let's say five silver pieces, please. And you looking up at the board, you can tell that she's giving you a slight discount.
Thanks, love. I'll pay it. How much? 5?
Half a gold piece, yeah.
5. Yeah, okay.
Given that you've got like 700, why even bother?
Okay.
While we're here, I kind of want to look around and see if there's any, see where the pathways are, how to get upstairs. Is there a basement? Do I see any doors?
Yep, you can make a perception check.
I would love to.
Hey, Serum, good to see you, buddy. Long time, mate.
So
exactly.
if it's not that it would be obvious, I'm sure she's very subtle. But if Trish is if I notice Trish looking around, I'm gonna engage Bella.
Yeah.
Nice. Teamwork.
Trish's stealth is so high, Bella wouldn't notice that Trish is totally scoping the place out. However, in this room, it is hard to make out. You can see, how understairs the stair goes up and they've sort of plastered underneath it. So there is clearly a staircase in the kitchen that heads up to the 2nd floor, but it is not in here. So you can figure out that you would have to go into the kitchen to get upstairs. There does not appear to be a staircase that leads down, however. So that's the only sort of intimation that you have that there is a way up or down. Selenox, if you're engaging Bella in chat, she would say, "So, what brings you guys up today? Are you Valakai natives? I don't recognize you, and we did used to live down there."
Ah, in the happy town.
Isn't it though? I mean, the Baron is he's a bit much, but I think he's
My face is still sore.
Yeah, look. We are not in the city environs now. You do not have to, but we would hope that you would anyway, because it's nice up here. But you don't have to. So yeah, he. I think his heart's in the right place, but yeah, the way he goes about it is a bit weird.
So, what brought you up to this place out of Valakai?
Well, it was going begging. No one wanted it. Mum had her recipes and her idea, and we were like, yeah, let's. You only live once. Do it. Let's just do it. So we did, and going really well.
Yeah. It my understanding is this place used to be known for something a little bit different.
I don't know about that. There's rumors of what it used to be, but 300 years ago, and I reckon it's just an unsavory nickname. We're trying to we're trying to think of a better thing to call it. But the problem is, you call something like the entire country calls something for 300 years. It's just gonna that stinks, So we're kind of trying to make it like an ironic name.
Right. Yeah. Fair.
Vision purse. I like that.
Where the fruit I understand, I guess, but where are you getting the meat from?
Oh, local farms.
Huh?
Well, honestly, I think it's a great idea. My mum used to own a bakery back home, and
Really?
she would. Oh yeah, yeah, Capes Confections. It did really well for a while, although she had to retire. She had bad knees. But
Fair.
I've always loved bakeries. I'm so curious as to how you get a business in such a sort of remote location, but you guys seem to be doing really well. It's such a cute place.
Well, we're on the road between Burrowvia and Valakai, which is like a primary trade route, so we're a good stop
smart.
off.
Okay.
And it's like a 4-hour walk. It's and less for the farmers who live around here, like the herdsmen and the shepherds and that sort of thing up in the mountains, up in the hills. So it's kind of a nice central point in the wilderness. But we were all so tired of town living. Not our style. We wanted to get out, wanted to make something for ourselves. Nice little place. Mom had a bad experience with a man. So we just wanted a change. And Ophelia and I are both very build Mum up, get her running.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, we should leave you to your work. We better get outside.
No worries. Thank you. I'll bring out your pie soon.
Thanks.
I might no, it's fine.
I mean, you can stay and chat. I love chatting to new people. It's part of the I'm the front of house.
Suits you.
Thanks. So, has Smoothie gone with Trish, or is he staying with Selenos?
Oh, that's tough.
Will very much dictate what Bella asks next.
I'm gonna be backing out, giving these guys a look come on.
I think I would look at Cell and make sure she doesn't look like she needs me. And if she seems okay, then I will go.
Hey, Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix and the Dream Pies. Yes. Yeah, it's nothing suspicious if another channel has made them into an emote. Yeah, it's not relevant. Don't worry about it.
God.
There's a lot, guy. I've lost track over there.
With the wink, I will just kind of go okay, and I will potter away for the first Selenox. Less Trish hang out.
So, yeah,
And,
Smoothie and Trish go back outside. Selenox, as soon as Bella is watching the two of them go. She's so, yeah, what brings you guys up here? You don't look like traders. You have a cart, but there's nothing in it.
Well, we just did some trading.
Oh, right.
Back in Valakai, it was full when we got there, and now it's
Right, okay.
empty.
So heading on out to Burrowvia?
Eventually. Yeah, we'll head that way.
Oh. So, okay, your friend is
She would know, right?
Yeah, she's a Pterin too. She's like, I can't hear him. He can't hear me. He's like, right. So for the real now, between us girls.
Hilarious.
Yeah. She's like, so don't get many Pterin boys up here. Tell me about him. Is he a good one?
Smoothie's great.
How old is he? Come on.
Tell me, mate.
I'm like, how old is he? I think he's a
My
similar
pseudo
age,
mother
but
figure.
in
Tell
my-
them how
in-
sexy I am.
Sell me on
in
this
my
guy.
head, I'm like, I've been told in this episode that Bella is 16, and I'm like, is this?
He's like
is this-
17.
17.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. I thought that they were
He's
similar
not
in
21,
age, but
yeah.
also there's like an element of me that was like, oh, gross. No, they're similar. Yeah, Smoothie's an adventurer.
Oh, wow. Like
Yeah.
like a hero.
Yeah, we do some saving of things.
So you are as well. I mean, I kind of got that, the armor and everything. I was like, wow, these guys are really overdone for the guards for an empty cart. Or there's more to it than that. But you're an adventurer. And
Yeah.
Patricia as well, or is she a trader? Traveling baker.
Oh, well,
and
I
you
mean,
guys protect her.
It's part and parcel. When you're going around like we do and getting materials, you gotta have a heart for adventure, and trouble kind of follows you.
Oh, okay, great.
But
Sure.
yeah, Smoothie is tougher than he looks.
Yes. Noted. Are you guys gonna be staying nearby anytime? Like, are you around? Are you in the area?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure we might be around for a little bit.
Okay. And like, the next time you come back through, yeah, drop in. Okay, last thing. What does he like? Stuff. Books. Does he like flowers?
I am sure he would love flowers if they came from you, sweetie.
Yeah, massages. Yeah.
Nah, I think that would have been a thing that would have been found out in the sexy illusion party.
I
yeah,
am
yeah.
not telling her that
No,
he likes
no.
ear
I'm not saying you
massages.
should. I'm saying that for the chat's purposes, I've been asked if ear massages are a thing. Recently discovered, correct.
Yeah, it turns out. Yeah. Secret Vulcan.
Yeah, I mean,
Tits, correct.
Tits.
As well.
Yes. What is it like? Boobs. Turkey and yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, smack my keyboard. Yeah, Aaron, that's fine. So, yeah, she's like, okay, you hear from behind you, from behind her, actually. Bella! Pies are ready! And she's like, coming, Mom. Sorry, thank you. I'll bring them out. And, yeah, she goes and brings out, if you go back out yourself or you wait for her to come back out, she comes out with a tray with 3 pies on it. 2 strawberry and 1 blueberry, with mismatched forks and cutlery and and flatware. Like it's like someone has done a Salvo's run for flatware. So every plate is different. None of the knives and forks match, and it is she comes out. It's all clean. It's all nicely prepared, but it is not matching. And
Okay.
comes
that's
out
cute.
holding.
Salvatore.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It is clean but poor. And yeah, comes out with it sort of waiter style on the shoulder and says, I'll bring it to the table for you. And leads Selenox back to your table outside, places it down. There is also another bunch of flowers on it. She is going to adorn your table with a second posy. As you go outside, Trish and Smoothie, what have you been doing? Well, Josh was doing that with Ro.
So good.
Why didn't she come out with us? We're starting to look suspicious.
Oh, she has a thing that I don't think she wants to talk about. It's not a problem, I don't think. I don't know too much, but she doesn't like the light.
Oh. Alright, I didn't realize.
Yeah, I wouldn't push her. I don't even know if I'm on the right money or whatever. It's kind of not my place to say, but I don't think it's a problem.
Well, I guess let's hope not. So, from the looks of that building,
Mhm.
if we're going to want to explore it more, we're gonna need to get into the kitchen.
Oh, that's kind of busy though. Are we gonna go wait till they're closed or something? Or
I'm thinking that's the best option. Wait till they're closed, or someone makes a distraction.
well, even if there's a distraction, unless it's like a fire or something, then the kitchen will still be working, wouldn't they?
Well, a distraction outside to get them to leave the kitchen.
I guess it depends on what it is.
Mm.
I think out of those things, closing makes more sense. I guess it just depends on if they live here or not.
That's true. Which I couldn't tell, because I couldn't go upstairs.
Your guess is probably there isn't any other houses around. Like, if they were living in the mill and then... If they were working the mill and living nearby, you'd feel like they probably would have built a house or some sort of cottage nearby. You're on a hill, so you can see the general area around. There's a few homes within eyesight, but not within easy walking distance. Certainly not for a lady with bad knees, so you figured probably, yes, they do.
Well,
Bella
if I
seems
lived in a
nice.
mill, I wouldn't be downstairs. I'd go up. What? Bella?
She seemed nice,
Wasn't-
but
yeah.
we haven't met the mother. Because they may not even know what's in this place, but maybe they do. I kind of want to talk to the mum.
Okay. Yeah. Compliments to the chef?
And at about this point, Bella comes back out with Trey on her shoulder. There is no stone circle here. That was out near Berez. One. And I think followed by Selenox, somewhat reluctantly. Bella sweeps out, and there is a little table, a little towel over her shoulder. She, balancing this platter on one hand, wipes down your table completely unnecessarily, but makes certain that it's nice and clean. Pops down another vase of flowers and arranges them so you now have one at each end. How lovely! And then places some pies in front of you all, and make sure that Smoothie's knife and fork match other, if not the others. And Smoothie, you also notice that yours has a little bit of faded gold leaf. The plate itself has some like gold leaf around the edge of it, but like one that's been through the washing machine too many times, so it started to flake off. And she pats the table and says, "There you go. Hope you enjoy. If you do, please let us know. Mum always loves hearing positive feedback, and it's more meaningful from the people. You okay? Do you need some water or something?"
He's fine. Thank
he
you,
is.
Bella. That's beautiful.
Thanks. And she goes and does the rounds, making sure everybody else is. The servants ask for a dessert pie.
Oh, dope!
Well, that's
Ice
what
cream
you've got.
and shit. Let's go.
No,
right.
you,
Okay.
You like the tarts, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they order theirs with cream.
Noted for future.
Well, Selenox and Trish milk cream, like cow cream.
Right.
Like that's why I didn't offer it because you two.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's why I went with the fruit because
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
suspicious of.
Any dairy products. Yep.
To be honest, I actually did it because it's one thing to have meat. That's pretty standard, I imagine. But fruit would be a fucking
Yes.
rarity as shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like, fuck yeah, strawberry, let's go. Yeah.
Is Bella still around the tables, or has she gone back inside?
Yeah. She goes, checks on the servants. The servants say, yeah, another one, and then she goes inside to go fetch it.
Smoothie. If
Yeah.
you could string 2 sentences together, she seems like a nice girl. Jesus.
Sorry.
Also
I
theft.
don't know. I didn't
She
get to
asked
s-
about you.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
She did. She wanted to know what you like, whether you'd like some flowers, and then she brought you some flowers, and you couldn't even say thank you.
I started.
Mm.
I can't help it. I don't. The only girls I talked to were sick and old, or none were my age. We went from place to place to place to place. Everyone was temporary. You people are the only people besides.
Well, now you have someone nice to talk to, other than us old girls you chat to.
Oh, I don't mean to.
What's the plan?
Well, we've got to narrow it down to 2 options. Either we make some kind of distraction to get them out of the kitchen, so we can get upstairs,
Mm.
or we come back at night.
I
I
gotta
could give my compliments to the chef as a thinly veiled excuse to get a better look at the kitchen, see what we're working with.
What if Smoothie asked his new friend for a tour?
That could work. And while you're distracting
Am I
her,
gonna be alone?
you and I will look around.
I gotta be.
I mean, you don't have to, kid. I thought you'd like to hang out with her. Far out.
Show you her room. Josh frantically reorganizes the living space inside so that now Bella has her own bedroom.
No. Okay, God, this. For the team, I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna lean over to Trish, but I know Smoothie can hear me.
Fuck
because,
it.
like, there's no... And I'm like, I think he'll be quite convincing.
Somehow.
Smoothie
Best
has,
acting
I
he's ever
believe, as a cleric, has access to enhance ability. But do you want to enhance Constitution or
You'd,
um?
you'd have to take a long rest anyway, so it's moot.
Okay. I love this
Teresa,
Smoothie and his 2
I didn't
mums.
plan on going on a pseudo date for the team today, but
Well,
there you
look,
are.
this
Oh,
is
don't
this
make it a pseudo date. Poor Bella.
strange, cougars. Well, you've yet to meet Bella's mum as well. So if you
That's
thought
true.
Bella was suspiciously attractive,
Shotgun.
yeah. Weird familial double date. Yeah, it turns out the mum is an owl. Right, so yeah, you enjoy your dream pies. They are delicious. Trish, did your mother run a bakery?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So
that was my planting the seed of. I really want to see what your kitchen setup looks like. Do you mind?
I like it. Okay, so, yeah, this is the best pastry you have tasted since your fictional mother's fictional bakery. But your mom
Way
is an
around the
amazing.
kitchen.
Your mom is an amazing cook. So yeah, it's basically it
That
has
is
all
lovely.
the trappings of homemade. It's not none of this mass produced for a chef style shit. This is good, homemade, home quality, but well made. Yeah,
Nice.
professionally but home style. Done in an oven that would be used in a house, not a professional restaurant. And yeah, I don't know if you try them around, but yeah, Trish's blueberry one is extremely fruity. They've managed to retain the flavor of the blueberries really well. The strawberry one is similar, but they have not gone too sweet with it. It's not a particularly, like, you know how strawberry flavoring can get very sweet? This is still the pleasant fruitiness of the strawberry without going too sugary.
Cool.
And Smoothie, you wind up with a little bit of red.
I was gonna say, I'm like, perfect.
Yeah. And you are about halfway
red
through
on you.
when Bella comes back out with another, but a bigger pie with a huge dollop of whipped cream on the side.
We order that?
That she places in between the servants, with a pair of.
Oh.
And she looks over and says, "How is everything?"
Good, thank you.
Bad. Did you just stick with your own, or did you all try each other's? Because I think the blueberry one is amazing. Phoenixy Wacky has donated a D4 bonus. John, who would you like to give?
Did we share?
Yeah, I'm
Or are we
curious.
not there yet?
Yeah, are we? We're
I
not that
would've-
level of friends.
I would have asked Trish if I could have some of her blueberry.
Yeah, we did it with the drinks. I would say yes to sharing with
Yeah.
Zelenox. Yeah.
Smoothie's gonna need it. Very well, John.
But they need it. Well, but just to set it up in the before time. Let me think about this. Could I? Blueberry? Is that?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. You can have some of, if you.
Thanks.
He's now shy around all women.
Just at the moment.
Oh,
For different reasons.
no, yeah. No.
So- yeah, it's great, Bella. Thanks.
Great. I'll tell Mummy to say that. Probably, like, would you do me a favor? She's got a very low self-esteem. Not really, but like she's not in. We're trying to build her up, you know. And she's like, and they are though. They're really good. There has been a pleasant rush of euphoria. You are feeling that magic that you're talking about. It does perk you up, make you feel better. It's not a drug, really. As in not that kind of a high. It's just that's nice, like a shower on a crisp morning rather than the first puff of a cigarette sort of thing, you know.
Sure.
I
think
how
that's a
helpful
wonderful
that
idea.
distinction is.
Yeah, of course we could. Smoothie. Why don't?
You want me? Just me? Yeah, I can.
I mean, I don't know. We can all come back and tell your mum, but I would have thought the kitchen might be a.
crowded.
It's
Yeah.
not too crowded, but yeah, look, if I'd love to introduce you to my mum. She's a pretty great lady.
We're all going to go to the kitchen and
Okay.
give our compliments to the chef.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Trisha's gonna stand up and start walking.
Thank you so much. She is going to be bold and take Smoothie's wing in hers.
That's funny as hell. Okay.
Like a mine. And you will come and I will introduce you to my mom. And she's like, Mom is so great. Because, I mean, so you'll notice she's a hedge. And I'm not, obviously. So, yeah, she took me in when my parents, pretty cool. So I call her Mom because she deserves it. She's earned the title, so. Yeah. But she's had me for, like 11 years now. Sorry, that was real. Your mom and dad, I bet they're proud of what.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. They are.
So why are you guys here? Like, I like meeting people. I like getting to know. So yeah, where are you heading next? Are you going to be around for a while?
I have. Well, the truth is, I am here to show them my home.
Oh, cool.
They're not from here, and
Got that accent. Yeah.
And there's a lot of nice places I want to show them, Lake Sur and the tops of the mountains and the fields, the little hills by the city.
Mm.
There's
Oh, you've done a
nice
lot of traveling
places.
around.
I'm sure you've seen.
Oh, only from a distance.
Yeah.
I haven't traveled. But
I could show you if you like. There's a place not too far from here. Little. Okay. Kitchen.
and by this time you've made it in, and she's like, anyway, yeah, Mom.
If Smoothie ever looks around, like Selenox is just
Trish.
there with like a huge grin, just like.
Yeah.
Oh.
Excellent. Yeah, and you head on in. Inside, she sweeps aside the what's the word? The curtain. And inside you see a very clean kitchen. It's clean and tidy, the counter's well scrubbed, and it smells enticingly of pastry and fruit. The stairs to the upper levels are in here, and going up them, the party could easily get to the next floor. They curve around the outside edge of the room. So it's a circular building, but so the stairs sort of follow that curve edge. There is it's sort of, the pies appear to be cooked in a large pizza oven style affair with a big dome made of ceramic, and there are several bench tops, all like quite fastidiously kept, though everything is just so. The girl you saw before, the hedge girl you saw before, Ophelia, is working at some dough with a rolling pin, and another hedge lady. I hate the word matronly, but that would be quite a good word to describe her. She would have been a real stunner 25 years ago. That sort of, they're like, she's aging gracefully. But a bit Mama Caper-esque, actually. Think a bit Molly Weasley. With the apron, the apron is white and therefore doesn't show the stains of the flour that is on it. But it is still, for somebody who works with fruit a lot, a surprisingly clean apron. It's almost like, why bother having it? You never get anything on you. She is there up to her wrists in fruit, and she is mixing this fruit filling in a large bowl with her hands. And she looks up and smiles broadly at you and says, "Hello! Have I been brought more people to compliment me, Bella?"
Oh, we're not the first.
I am on to them, but I don't dis-
Of course, we're not the first, Smoothie. They're great pies.
I'm glad you like them, mate.
The food was incredible. And to be honest, I did have an ulterior motive. My mum used to own a bakery, and I was just so curious about your setup. You've got such a small space here. I'm surprised you can provide such variety.
Well, we do use a little bit of one of the upstairs rooms as well. That is where we burn the flour. But the mill is actually producing our flour. So what you ate here was created here. Everything was grown, produced, or in other ways, created within, what do you reckon, half a kilometer of this very building.
That's incredible. Wow.
All sourced locally.
It's really great that you're able to bring something back. Thank you for doing that.
And the smiles. Why, really, isn't it, girl? And the girls both nod vigorously. Ophelia is, your passive perception, Smoothie, is very good, but I don't know if it's working right now. This is the question. She has not relinquished your arm.
Depends on the context then. Depends on what you're asking.
So, I think Trish would. I think Selenox would spot it, but I don't know if Trish would. And I'm definitely not sure Smoothie would. That Ophelia is observing her sister, like the keen-eyed watch of an older sibling going, okay. Found yourself a little plaything there, have you? But Bella, Selenox, you see Bella go to her sister, but say nothing else, and then return her attention. As Trish and the lady has not actually been introduced, name-wise. Continue their conversation. So, yes. About yours, where were you based?
Oh, what was the name of the first town we were here at?
Kresk.
Oh, we're based out of Kretsk, but that was a long time ago. My mum had to give it up. She had such bad knees.
Oh, I see. Yes, I have a similar thing, actually. It's the girls who have to do most of the climbing upstairs to get the flour. But that's fine, and they are my little angels.
That's sweet.
Actually, she would say, they are my little Astorials.
While Trish is talking, she is very much doing a sweep of the room.
Yep.
Exits, entrances, secret little pantries.
Perception check.
Yep, all that good stuff.
So, Trish,
Ah, shit.
you're sorry.
Exits and entrances. The way you came through and heading upstairs. You don't really notice any others. From where you are standing, there aren't any to be seen. You could maybe get out one of the windows, in or out of one of the windows. There are a couple of panes are cracked, so breaking one would not be difficult. However, it might make a little bit of noise. So yeah, you could get in through a window.
Patricia, your mum, did she have her own mill? I imagine that's a rarity in the baking world.
Yeah, it really is. We did not have our own mill. It's kind of incredible.
Well, it was a lot of work to get it up and running again. We had to promise a lot of favors. Indeed. Well, it wasn't actually that hard. The Burgermeister, Alaka, well, probably aware, is very keen on happiness.
Business.
He is a firm supporter of small business. And he
We're very aware.
yes, sponsored our placement. Very kind.
It is kind. What sort of state was this place in when you got here?
Not
Belle tells us
great.
you've been here 6 months?
Yeah, well, 8 actually. The first 2 were just sort of getting the place up and It took a couple of months just to make the veins turn. But now, honestly, I don't think I could sleep without them.
Wow, well, you've done an amazing job. I'm very impressed.
I don't suppose, sorry, yeah.
Morgantha, my dear.
Morgantha, ma'am.
And she dusts her hands off, like, well, not dust, sort of, like, rinses her hands in the sink, which is filled with soapy water, and then dries them and offers a hand to shake.
Patricia here, I'm sure would love to have a quick look at the mill facilities you have, if it's at all possible.
Well, I'm sure Bella could take you up and show you around. Phoenix, can you roll me a d20 in chat, please? Because you guys are doing some deceiving right now, are you not? A little bit. Selenox and Trish, do you want to make me a deception check? I don't think Smoothie has said anything incorrect yet, but...
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
I mean...
I don't want to.
She would. Everything.
26.
Oh.
Technically, everything I said was true.
Yeah, valid. And I would basically consider you to be helping Trish, because Trish has been the one who's been spouting some bullshit. However, the ladies rolled quite low, so thank you very much, Phoenix. That's a 5. So even Selenox's 5 actually equals beats. Yeah, you are believed insofar as it goes. However, Bella's like, I could happily show them around. You want to come upstairs? She says mostly to Smoothie. And I think that would be a good place to have a little breaklet, so Josh can prepare how Bella is going to give you a tour of the mill. And Rach can think about how to convince Bella to take her up to all the bits that aren't just related to flower production. So we will go for a short breaklet there, everybody. Be back in 5 to 10. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this evening. Hope you're having a lovely time. We will be back very, very soon. So say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Bye,
everybody.
Vast ahoy and g'day, mateys. We be back for some more Humblewood, Humblestrad, or Burrowvia shenanigans, whatever you want to call it. We are back for that. Today we're having a lovely time at a lovely mountaintop mill. And the guys are getting like the full works. They're being shown around. Bella, the young Pterin girl, wants to show Smoothie her bedroom, and also the place where they make the flour. Yeah.
Yes.
So
That's what they make there, huh?
We're gonna grind. Yes.
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 Grind some bones. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Omi has just gifted the D4 to Selenox. Thank you very much,
Aw,
Omi. Bloody
thanks,
champion.
Omi.
Gonna need it. D4 there. There we go. Oh no, that's. What? Smoochy. Smoochy. Yeah. Where they make Durham, no. Naughty, no. Bad.
Whoa!
It's a different.
Anyway,
kind of bakery.
tours.
Yeah. So Bella leads Smoothie, and Trish and Selenox can come too upstairs to the second floor, while Ophelia continues rolling out the dough, and Morgantha appears to go back to her baking as well.
Suspicious use of appears too.
Everything is suspicious. Oh, I didn't ask. How attractive is Morgantha?
I think if Molly Weasley was a hedgehog, like that.
So like a 7.
Okay, that's like not too.
Like
Yeah.
a good looking mature lady, but not like oof, not a cougar, not a milf. Is it a
You
hilf?
can be.
A
You can be
hedgehog I'd like to-
attractive
Yeah,
without being.
a sex symbol. I don't know. Yeah, no, sure. She is again a 7. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything's fine.
Everything's totally fine. Yeah. Upstairs, you find a second floor is divided into. It's all one space, But basically, there's the big pole that comes down. That is the axle. The windmill turns. It is slowly rotating, and on it there is the grind stone. So for those who have actually never been inside a windmill, the way it works is you get a big stone circle, and then you get another big circle of stone that you can lower onto it, and it basically just, you put the grain in between, and the wind turns this big old piece of rock and grinds the mill. It grinds all the seeds that you put in it into powder. So there is a lever to lift up and put this big heavy, and we are talking sort of half a ton of rock, and it's just grinding. That's what it's for. And there is one in the center. It is currently producing flour, you would assume.
I want to investigate the thing that's going in.
What is in it at the moment, you may certainly investigate. How do you investigate it? Do you actually approach it? Are you dipping your finger and taking a lick? What's going on?
No, I'm just going to have a look.
Okay. Just an investigation check then, and I will basically bear that in mind. Like, yeah, how you determine what it is. A 21 is very good, though. This would seem to be a mix of barley and oat flour.
All right, so there ain't no bones in there.
Not that you can see.
Not in the bread.
Not in the bread, no. Well, what's fun is, I mean, do you think these people would really have willingly showed you around their home
right.
if there was bones
Come along
going
to our
into
crime
the grind?
scene.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah,
mind the
exactly.
screaming.
Yeah. That's just little Timmy Screamer. He lives downstairs. That's fine. Little Timmy No Feet.
Looks legit.
And she's like, yep, so this is
We're on fire today.
this is where the magic happens. And in the corner, a dusty but quite nice pair of couches sit as well. There is a sort of living space to one side, but most of this is given over to actually preparing the flour. You can also tell that from beyond the living area, there is a set of double doors that open out onto that balcony that goes around the thing. So they have a fairly decent living space up here, but it is, as I say, mostly devoted to either staircases going further up or down, and the central mill, which has a runoff sluice, a chute, there you go, that's the word I was looking for, that leads down into a bag, and there's a hopper you can put the bag onto, and the flour just runs off, pretty much. There's also a sieve to sieve out the larger, thicker bits. What you will notice is there is absolutely no candles or any sources of light in here. That is also, Trish, if you know anything about baking, I presume you know some things to be able to lie about it. You do not have lit sources of fire in a mill, because powdered flour in aerosolized form is extremely flammable.
Oh.
Sussy flour go boom. Exactly right, Bishop Blood. We have used this. I've used this in a D&D campaign. We found like half a ton of flour, and we chucked it down a fire giant infested mine, and just sort of emptied it all into the air, and then we set fire to it. Burned the entire thing out. Didn't work super well because fire giants are immune to fire, but the slaves weren't. Anyway, neat trick. Brendan let me get away with that. That was in a Brendan Ellis game. Yeah. Because I was like, fun thing. And he's like, that's horrifying. Yes. That's the kind of player I am. I love the fact that you can see an episode. Bastard.
Can't see an episode for a year.
For a year. And then you come back and the chat is still just debauchery. You've been around, Serum. Yeah. So, that is what you see. She shows you, she goes into the inner working, she goes into the reconstruction of it, how much effort it was. They had to find a new millstone. They had to get, the top one had cracked, and they had to get a new one, which required, it was 8 dudes carrying it up the stairs. Yeah. Because obviously it's like half a ton, it's a heavy fucking thing. Yeah.
I was gonna say Trish will be listening attentively, but like subtly scoping the place out, looking for places to hide items that we could be what we're looking for.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
I'm gonna just ask.
21.
You have a
What?
holy sword, for any chance?
No, not quite like that, but
Yeah. 21. You're looking for places to hide stuff. There is a cupboard along in one wall. It's sort of it is clearly an addition to the space that wasn't there before. And it is, it's a circular room. This is a square thing that sticks out into it. It doesn't mesh very well with the room itself. It does a bit because it is built under the staircase that heads up, but it's not. It was clearly added later. It doesn't. The plasterwork doesn't match everything. So that is really the only storage. There are a few crates and things, but they are clearly related to the production of flour, barrels and the like. The barrels probably could contain a sword, which is what you were here looking for. The only other room in here the only other place in here that you could hide a sword would be in that cupboard. But yeah, Selenox.
when Bella is talking about how they had to replace the grinding mill or whatever, Selenox is going to be like, "Oh, I bet there were lots of interesting things in the mill when you got here, like left behind things."
Oh, yeah, a few bits and pieces. We didn't. I mean, I had loads of time to sort of explore, but yeah, Mum kept us kind of busy.
Well, I
But-
mean, if there's, I mentioned that we're traders.
Mhm.
If there's anything
Oh,
that
if
you
we
found,
found anything, well,
I-
so what sort of things do you trade? What do you mean? What do you?
I mean, well, I
found
mean,
some interesting things, but a lot of it's really old and.
well, we actually we specialize in antiques. We buy things and we make them workable again, and then we sell them on if we can.
Oh,
We
like-
also recover artifacts.
right. That's the adventuring side of things.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So, you can make me an insight check, Selena. And Smoothie, you'll be right there, so you can too if you like.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, it's a little bit more under control.
Yeah.
15.
Ooh.
11 from me.
She says, not really anything like that. This place was pretty well looted long before we.
I think this might be. Do I want to use my inspiration? No, I'm good. 15 is fine.
15's pretty good.
We'll find out one way or another, won't we?
Yeah.
We know it's here.
I just rolled a dice as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. She says, so is there anything you're looking for particularly? Like anything you think might be here? Because adventurers, when you go to a place, you tend to like have an idea of what you might.
I'm gonna look towards Trish before I answer that question.
Who's in the room at the moment? Is it
It
just
is the four of you.
one, as in Bella?
The three of you and Bella.
Right. Do I get the impression
Her mother
that
and sister
from-
are 30 feet away.
Do I get the impression
downstairs.
from Trish's expression that, like, we need to move on swiftly from this subject? To maintain cover?
What cover? What cover?
You've
Your
admitted to
banking
being
thing.
adventurous.
I'm sticking with our cover story from the last city. That was our cover story.
No, we had a restoration and trade business.
Yeah.
Not that you go dungeon
Adventure-
diving. And...
No, I only said adventurous because I was talking up Smoothie.
Exactly. Exactly. You gotta keep your mind on the mission. Stop trying to get laid, people. God.
I don't think we actually established anything. I think Solnox was the first
No.
person. Anyway,
No one told me
it's
a
not. It's
plan.
not like we said, "Hey, we're bakers now." You guys,
Yeah.
you said one thing and then Trish said another. Is what
Yeah.
happened. So the real failure is to communicate.
I
But,
wanted us to go back outside as a group. I wanted us all to leave.
we all share a part. But
Yes, sir.
I
he's
will
fine.
get the feeling that things are slightly falling apart, and I will say, well, to be honest, there is some stuff we're looking for. It's always good to have investments and the like, but it's mostly just because I told them that that this place used to be derelict, and so you know how it is. People tend to dig into things when
Gonna hide stuff.
they do it.
Sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's if it was easily found, it wouldn't be worth anything, would it?
Very true. Well, the hidden gem of this place is the place itself, I'm afraid. Yeah, as far as I know, anyway. There could well be stuff, maybe in the basement, maybe in the attic. I don't know. We haven't done a huge amount of like work on the attic yet. That's on the mile-long list of. Mum does not like heights. Frankly, neither does Ophelia, so it's my job. But I've also got like we're 7 days a week.
Is this the end of the tour? Do you have more to show us?
Oh, the rest of it is like upstairs is our bedroom.
Oh, sure.
Which you know you could see if you want, but it's not really related to the production of pies.
This is where Meta and the character are sort of having a war.
It was Patricia who's interested in the pies. Patricia, come look at this. And I'm gonna pull Trish over to the mill. we're like out of we're totally
Okay.
Fascinating. Small
Okay.
things being made smaller. I'm interested.
Self-inflicted wisdom saving throw. That's a 14.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use my D4. That's fine. I set the DC at 15, so
Okay.
he's gonna take a big rattling breath and take
Love
her
it.
hand.
Oh shit!
It's for the team. It's different.
I love
He's got his television. He's like, okay, clearly these people need some sort of distraction. So I'm like, it's like, well, I mean, if you want it is. I don't have a room.
Don't have a room?
I had, well, I traveled a lot.
Right. So
So
like a tent or something?
well, I guess what I mean is that if you want to show me your room, that would be cool. I don't mean anything by that. I just mean, like, it's cool.
She takes your
And he's
hand
being
and says,
100%
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah. She takes
which
your
is
hand.
the only reason he's getting away with this.
Yeah. She takes your hand and says, "You are." I'm upset. And it's like she loses all of her, like a layer drops off. Not of clothing, of like personality. And yeah, she's like, "I'm upstairs."
Okay.
And leads you upstairs. It's not her room; it is their room.
Shared room.
There are 3 single canopy beds. One is the similar yellow to Bella's dress, and she leads you over to that one. Hung on the wall between the other 2 is the picture of a handsome hedge man, and it is a little dusty, however. And above the and yeah, above hers is a pair of little, like, no bigger than a hand. A pair of profile portraits of a handsome Pterin couple that you would guess are her parents.
Did you draw this?
No, they were mum and dad had them done when, and it's one of the few I had left when. Nice because which is weird because they were like 15 years older than that and they died, so it's still different, but yeah, it's nice to have.
Do you have? Is there a window? If so, I'd
There
go for
is.
that.
There are several.
I will go and kind of check out the view. I imagine it's probably quite nice. And
Yeah.
if so, I will say like, this is solid. And I'll kind of touch the wall.
It's not.
As opposed
actually,
to a tent it fucking is.
No, it is solid. Sorry, yeah, no, it is. It's very sturdy. She said, yeah, I guess if you're used to sleeping under canvas, it probably would be. Yeah, I've always loved the view. I don't know if I can imagine really living anywhere else. Living on the road.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's... My friends have roots.
Oh.
They act different. I
they're
only
not
know
local.
one other person that she's a friend of ours, who does what I do. She just knows how to roll up the tents and set things up, and they're good at it, but it's not the same. It's, I don't know. There's a rhythm, and Trish is really good though. She's good at patching things. I can't do that.
Map patch. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can tell from her clothes. She's a map patch, and she's a map patch. Like in the best way. See, are you? And I hope you're not offended by this. I really do. Are you? It's totally okay if you are. Say you travel around a lot. And it sounded like you've been doing it, and that's you live on the road. You don't have to tell me. I'm sorry. We've only just.
No, well, just don't hold it against me, I guess.
I won't. I don't.
I don't.
My dad was.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sort of left. He sort of stopped when he. But she didn't hold it against him. So why would I hold it against you?
Have you been here? Have you lived here?
Sure, but
Kind of the thing.
well, depends where you go.
Can I tell you a secret?
Love that.
I'm jealous of this because you get to belong. Trish has somewhere to belong and sell. Sorry, I would say the proper name. Jack fucked up, but Smoothie wouldn't have. And they get to be. And I don't. You say I'm Vistani. I guess I am. I know one thing. I know a dance that they did. I know the markings, but I'm not them. But I'm not Burrowvian either.
Well, where were you born?
I
Born in
think I
Burrowvia?
was in a camp, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But in Burrowvia.
Mhm.
So you're Burrowvian. Sorry, you were born here. You were born to Vistani, but you weren't raised Vistani. I feel like Vistani is more a nurture over nature thing. But I feel like if you were born it, you could claim it. It's like being from somewhere, like your parents being from somewhere, but you're not. You could claim it if you wanted to. Like, oh yeah, I'm from the Humblewood, say. Because your parents were born there. They grew up there, but you didn't. So you could claim it if you wanted, and sounds like you've got a little bit, but it also sounds like there isn't a lot of love there. You don't love the Vistani.
I don't know them.
Well,
I don't know them.
I'm really sorry I brought it up. Then you're probably not one, and you just grew up on the road, traveling around, and that's really cool because you say you envy me, my stable life. Well, it wasn't always that way, and I envy you your adventure. You've got, looks like, kind of cool people to hang out with and who've got your back by the looks of it. That looks nice. I have that. I get that. Having 2 older women to look after you, that's cool. Yeah.
Thanks for showing me.
That's totally fine. Do you want to see the attic?
Okay.
The view's really good from up there.
Oh.
Trish and Selenox, what are you doing?
Yes, please. Rescue me.
Hopefully, chat, that has fixed my mic dropout situation. They can hear me just fine. I have a noise gate in OBS, but I'm speaking quieter because my housemate is back and I'm trying not to wake her up. So it's dropping out, I imagine.
As soon as they are out of sight, I'm going to whisper to Selenox so quietly that I'm basically just mouthing it. Watch the stairs! And I'm going to pick the lock of that cabinet.
Oh, it's not locked.
Oh, it's not locked? Oh,
No.
All right, I'm opening the cabinet.
Yeah. You crack the cabinet open. Can you make me a stealth check just to see how loud you do it? There is a Pterin upstairs.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, but one of them knows exactly what they're going to be doing, so...
Yeah.
18.
I'm hoping I'm being distracting enough.
Smoothie is being very distracting, and Trish is very sneaky. So, yeah, Trish, you crack open this little cupboard. Inside it, you find probably not the thing you were expecting to find. There are a couple of small wooden cages in here, among a bunch of other bric-a-brac like brooms and some hay, some straw. Like the cages one would keep small animals like cats, dogs. That's not birds. More. Well, you could keep a bird in them, but large enough, like a cat carriage.
Right.
That sort of size.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
a couple
does
of
this
them.
give... How old are they? Do they look old enough that they
look
were
used.
part of the... Okay. I'm just trying to
Like
discern
recent.
whether these were brought with them.
No.
Okay.
These are new.
Recent.
These are new. Phoenix, those faces. Like, probably too small to put a person in. Is
Okay.
the key distinction I'm wanting to make? Yeah.
I guess they have to get their meat from somewhere.
Oh, that's why you stick to the fruit.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna say to Selenox, they said they had a basement. We should come back later.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt we could get down there with everyone around, but
No.
looks like their bedrooms are upstairs, so.
Cool.
Do we stay here until
I think I will.
they get
When we're going
back?
to the attic, I'll make like deliberate loud footsteps that I'm not coming down.
Yeah. You can hear
Just a
them
couple of
ascending
tum,
a
tum,
second set of stairs.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh wow,
Only
he's getting the extended tour.
Do
so
we? So when we hear the footsteps, I'm going to be like, should we check the next room up?
Stealth our way up there.
Selenox, you are wearing stealthy
yes,
plate. But
I am wearing stealthy plate now.
stealthy plate. So can I get a stealth check, please? Pounding on
Oh,
the floor.
God.
Mhm.
Oh,
Straight
God.
roll, straight roll.
Oh, God.
So straight, much roll. 12.
Can I use my +4, please?
You may use your +4.
Do I need another one?
No, you rolled that 18. It's fine. We'll carry it over.
Go.
So I'm up to 15.
That's all right. That's pretty good. All right.
Respectable.
Yeah, that'll do. Let's get rid of that one. Yeah, and Selenox, you, the two of you ascend. You find basically what I described as Smoothie. It is a trio of canopy beds. None are particularly. It was Grelch Phoenix. It is now just water. But because they've got the resealable, they make for really good water bottles. You see little more than what Smoothie did, though I would imagine possibly you can go into a little bit more detail. The 3 canopy beds, all three are quite nice, in decent repair. Given the staircase, you imagine it was probably a bit of an effort to get them up here. It was unlikely that there would have been 3 canopy beds, which happen to be perfect for the number of women who live here, prior. So, but other than that, maybe they were constructed up here. It's eminently possible. This is not the age of IKEA. So, anything was probably built in situ. But, yeah, quite nice. And provide some privacy for 3 ladies who share a room. It is maybe 30, 40 feet across. And there is still that pole that goes right down through the middle, which also sort of divides the space a little bit. But yeah, there is each bed has a side table and a wardrobe, so you could look in those if you wanted to. Beyond that, it is fairly Spartan. This is not a particularly well-off family, but yeah. If you wanted to do a sneaky little perception investigation, I think it would be. Check.
Yeah.
Don't drink during the week, and I certainly don't drink while I'm DMing, Phoenix. I give away far too many fancy magic items if I'm drunk. A 3 from Trish. Not so great.
Nah.
Selenox, do you want to investigate as well?
15.
There is not very much in the way. There is a bed with yellow hangings and sheets. There is one with sort of deep purple ones that Selenox, from the smell, you would guess was dyed with blueberry. There is still a faint scent of blueberry around the sheets, which you probably didn't, which has probably deliberately not been washed out. It's like, this is quite a nice smell. We will allow it to stay. And the others are a pale pink. The next to the pale pink bed, there is a stack of books. A couple of the titles are quite, this is arcane lore, but low-grade wizard stuff, like somebody studying magic in a country that does not possess a wizard school, sort of thing. A lot of it depends. Would you read it? You're only looking at the titles. If you want to actually have a flick through, that would be a new check. It would be an Arcana check.
Yeah. I'll have a quick look.
Very well. An Arcana check, please. Oh, wow. That's a nat 20 for 18. Selenox, this is some ritual magic. These books focus on rituals, particularly the casting of things. The binding of magic to items, enchantment stuff. You know basically that that's what these people do here, so that's not hugely shocking. But it's some stuff on it is the last few pages you start getting into in terms of curses.
Anything with small animal components?
Yeah, quite a lot. There is one about no, that it's not a ritual. No, so you wouldn't get that. No. Trish, the other two beds do not have anything in any way suspicious about them. It is, just nice vibes. The yellow one has a lot of posies of flowers in varying states of wilting. The whole building really is full of flowers, but that part of the room is sort of bushels of them. And on the wall between the two, the pink and the purple, there is a picture of a stately looking hedgeman. And it's quite dusty, and the frame is rather battered. And you also spot above the wall above the yellow bed, there is the two pictures of the Pterins. So you can probably figure out whose bed is whose.
Can I check behind the painting?
You may have a quick lever up. There's it's just wall.
Okay.
Wilco 710, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey, you wee scallywags. Wilco, squadron leader. We go back to the top with Smoothie. And I say back to the top of the building and the order. Smoothie, Bella has taken you upstairs to show you the view from the roof. The dome, so the top of the structure is shaped, it's vaguely think Russian Orthodox style, that cone, a sort of a garlic bulb shaped top.
Okay.
It has that sort of vibe to it, but it's now that you get up here, there are a lot of cracks that you couldn't see from the floor. From the ground, the wind whistles through. You can hear the creaking of the veins quite clearly. There are several piles of crates and barrels, but it's all just storage. And she says, if you want to have a quick poke around looking for something, you can if you like, but that's what I brought you up here to see. And I sometimes like to jump off. Do you like flying?
Aww.
Isn't it great? I have to be careful not to go too far because you can only go down. So I have to. It's a long walk back up if I go a little too far.
And the flight suit will reverse, and it's all yellow, and show the thing. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Did you make that?
Yeah, I had a lot of help from friends. And the trick, I'm working on it. I can't maintain it for very long, but I can go up and down.
What? Mm-hmm. Wilco, you are very welcome here. Thank you for joining us, mate. How? Is it magic?
No, if it was magic, I'd happily take credit for it. But no, I wanted to kind of use propulsion. So I've kind of basically what happens is there's a connection here on my finger, and it kind of just takes the propulsion from it, and it kind of stores up energy.
And she is in looking over your shoulder. Her body is pressed up against yours all the way down your side. You can feel her from knee to shoulder. Her body against yours. She is fixated on your descriptions.
And energy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. That's so smart. Can you show me?
Yeah. If if you trust me, I can probably.
Oh my gosh. Like,
I mean,
do
you're already kind of flying. It won't be that hard.
Okay. What
You
do
got a
I
window?
do? Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
show me where you
there is
take
there
off.
is a there is one end is there is just a hole in it that's big enough to jump out of.
Okay. Well, just do what you normally do, and don't be scared. But you know.
Okay.
I mean. Okay.
Very well. Smoothie. What check do you want to make?
Acrobatics.
Okay, acrobatics it is. Very well.
Okay.
You give Bella a flying lesson. Make me an acrobatics check.
24.
Ooh, Smoothie. Jack, I'm going to hand the reins to you. Describe this flying lesson as you and a girl in a cute yellow woolen dress go for a quick fly around the windmill she lives in. Selenox and Trish would probably hear the takeoff.
I think he would treat it like a roller coaster, which is to say, they go up very slowly, and he's almost kind of teasing her.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she thinks that's all there is,
Yeah.
and then all of the parlor tricks that kind of come with it. But as for what he remembers, it's pure adrenaline. He doesn't have to think, and that is the joy. It is just pure instinct.
Do you land back on the ground? Given that you are trying to clear out the entire place for the girls to have a search.
That makes sense. I don't necessarily think he would be thinking in that way, but it seems more showy to land on the ground almost.
Yeah.
So I think it works out.
And
Yeah.
there's a luma down in the garden watching you, like, fucking show-offs. I can show you the domain of dread. Indescribable feeling. Yeah.
A little bit.
John, it was actually, he said, "Do you trust me?" before. And I was like, and the magic carpet forms a staircase so that she can get back up onto it. And I was just like, oh, Jack, good line. Yeah.
Coincidence, but it worked
Yeah.
out.
So yeah. I love it. She is beaming from ear to ear. Her, she is, flushed. And you can see it. Her ears are quite a bit smaller than yours. But you can see, like, you've got fur, so blushing is difficult, but the blood flow to her ears has made them bright pink inside. And yeah, she is beaming. The uncontrolled smile of somebody who just can't not smile. They've had just the best time. And she, as you land, she sets her head fur to right, sort of. She's a bit muzzed.
Oh, sorry.
And then as you apologize,
back up.
she gives you a massive hug. She throws herself on you, and there is a peck on the cheek. Thank you, Smoothie. I really have to get back and help Mum.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And we should get your friends. We left them upstairs. Oh my god.
Did you?
I mean, I'm sure they can find their way back down. That was so great. Trish and Selenox, you have a short amount of time. You hear Smoothie take off with a screech from Bella. Sort of more like yay! Sort of halfway between the two.
When we hear the takeoff, Selenox is gonna like rush up the stairs. Like there's a moment of like, oh shit, what have I done? What have I got Kitty into?
He's dead.
And then when she sees,
Through
if
a
she
crack
sees
in the
either,
window in the wall, you can see. Woo!
yeah, she's just gonna stand there like smiling for like I'm not gonna look around for a minute. I'm just gonna enjoy the joy.
Yep.
Trish is going to start efficiently searching without disturbing things too much as quickly as she can.
Make me an investigation check.
I'll start helping once I.
Oh, Trish. Oh,
17.
Trish.
Good job.
And a 4. Selenox is
I'm not
much...
very helpful.
No.
I'm distracted. I'm emotional. This is cute.
Auntie Selenox is very proud of how well Smoothie is doing on his first date. Trish. Well done. Within a... You guys have done this completely in not the order I had intended. Within a... there is a large bird's nest near the crack that Smoothie and Bella went out through. That contains a sort of integral component of it is a huge sword.
Is it the... Can I tell if it's the sword we're looking for?
It's unlikely to be a different sword.
Of course it is.
It is a huge broadsword, the blade well over 3 feet long, with quillions spread out from the pommel like wings. This is clearly a weapon made to honor Ardea. The blade shimmers with a golden luster, and the hilt is wrapped in cream leather and gold wire. And something probably about an albatross or some similar bird, a large bird, has built a significant nest around and in it and with it, attracted by the warmth it gives off, probably.
Cute.
And yeah, so it is sort of semi-bisecting this nest, but it is a semi-integral part of it. The nest, however, is not currently occupied.
Okay. Well,
You may have overheard the flapping of large wings as Smoothie and Smoothie and Bella went up there.
The bird
But there are no eggs.
Too much.
If I see this, I'm gonna look around for something that's a similar shape to give to Trish. I'm like looking for like
There's
a
broken
broom or something.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, you put an
Excellent.
old broom.
And
Put
then
a
I'll like
heat- put a
hand
heat
it to
pack on it,
Trish because I'm like, she's got this. Like, you're good at, but this
Yeah.
will help.
all right. Okay, I'm gonna try and sleight of hand it out of there without disturbing the nest.
I wasn't going to make this a check, but now I am. Sleight of hand, please.
30.
Yeah. Even
No
if the bird
rolling
was
boulder
in,
for
you would
you.
have done it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna...
Slides
gonna
out
say-
very smoothly, slides the broom in just as smoothly, and yeah.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
It was Indiana Jones shit. Like,
Yeah, that's why I was doing the theme song and shit, man.
Keep the hedges busy while we get out of here. I think I can keep it hidden, but it's big.
Well, do we go back down the steps or do we go out the window?
Oh, right, that's an option for you. I was gonna go downstairs. It's not
Alright.
exactly subtle to jump out the window. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun,
It
but
does
that's all right. Cool, we'll go down this way.
Okay.
you go
So
downstairs.
we'll go back down.
Very well.
I don't know. Wait, you've got it like on your back or something, do you?
I think I've
Yeah,
got a bit
how
of
are
a
you-
cloak.
Uh-huh.
Can I sort of hide it behind my back under a cloak sort of situation and like
Make yourself look like,
sleight of body
sleight of body.
myself so that no one looks at my back?
It's like
We had
like
a-
trying to rob a fucking huge.
We had a
80-pound
bunch-
turkey.
We had a bunch of swords anyway. Like,
Not 3 foot long broadswords.
yeah, okay,
Um,
fair.
But
Oh, I know what I'll do. I haven't been wearing the cloak, the magic cloak, because I was gonna make some
It's warm.
improvements so
There's
it
some
didn't
sun.
give me the fucking stink of
oh sure.
that person who maybe killed Helvig. But given the situation, I'm gonna put it on to sort of conceal the sword on my back.
Okay. Yeah. You.
I
do
wonder
that.
if you could put it in a pocket of that. Would that work?
Mechanically, no. You can't.
You
It's
can't
It's a spell to do that, and you don't know what the spell is.
Alright.
To make more of them, you need to be an
So-
artificer, really.
I'm gonna, as we come down the stairs, then I'm just gonna kind of try and be in the way in general.
Sure. Okay,
Like
trying
I'm
to obstruct as much as possible.
like not yeah, but like just like I'm I'm flopping. My flop is out.
Non-suspiciously. Yeah. It's cold. It's cold here. That's why you
very
both.
close. We're just very close.
Yeah. It's cold. That's why Trish has put on her cloak and Selenox has floofed herself up. It's really cold on the second floor looking at the millstone and nothing else. All right, so you come down as Smoothie and a very flushed, I imagine a very flushed Smoothie, but a very flushed Bella, come back inside. You actually, Smoothie, received a small round of applause from the servant couple. Yeah.
Thanks.
The Strig also is smiling genially at you. The Luma is still engrossed in the remains of the pie on his plate. It's been about half an hour. He's probably finished it by now. In fact, the Luma has gone. The Luma has left, if it's been that long. But the Strig is just sort of enjoying the view, and the servants are considering a round 3.
Sorry about disturbing your meal. Bye.
Yeah. You go inside, just as the ladies are coming down. Trish, I'm gonna decrease the DC slightly because Selenox is assisting, but it's not a full help action.
Okay.
This is really reminding me of how like cops used to walk in the 20s silent films. It's like, we're gonna get the bad guy.
Make me a sleight of body or deception. I'm not sure.
Well, don't ask me because I have a clear preference.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Tell me what it would be.
Yeah, you can make a sleight of hand.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god, my face.
25.
25. Okay.
Selenox is also gonna like, as we're coming down, like she's floofed.
Yeah.
Her floof is out, but she's also like, as soon as the other two are coming in, she's gonna like call attention to them rather than. So she'll be like, oh, that looked like a nice little joy flight.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Smoothie. That was really great.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Sorry to take her away, Mrs. Morgantha.
More than fine, my dear. More than fine. However, I'm afraid that's all you can take away.
Oh no.
We're taking Bella with us? What?
No. You're not taking anything with you. It's certainly not that sword. And she looks at Bella and says, sorry, dear. And the three of you all of a sudden feel a wave of exhaustion wash over you.
Oh no.
As your eyes begin to flutter closed and you drop. No, it's Beta 24, John. Just peek behind the DM screen. It's a magic item that they know where it is. They're connected to it. You can hide it as much as they like. They still know where it is. But yeah, a small amount of time passes. You wake up. Smoothie, you wake first. You awaken in a dimly lit room. The creaking of the mill groaning from above you. Taking stock of your surroundings, you find you are in a small cage, and the world seems to have grown huge around you.
Ah, fuck.
In a cage next to you, a small house cat is asleep. And on atop that cage, there is another, which contains an odd little long-tailed mouse with huge eyes that are currently closed in slumber. Across the room, you can see a pile of other cages, mostly empty, though one contains a small simian with yellow fur and intelligent-looking eyes. It is looking at you. Taking stock of yourself, you notice your
probably look at
fur
my
has
hands first.
changed to black, and you are not wearing any clothes anymore. Indeed, you are not a bat anymore. You have taken the form of a small bear dog sort of creature. And I will just do a little transfer now.
Am I
'cause
able, if I try speaking, do words come out?
Yes, you can speak. And, Smoothie has become not a tanuki, a Tasmanian devil. He has little white markings along his chest, and anybody looking at the stream...
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, I had my eyes closed.
Smoothie, you are now this little Tassie devil. And the ladies can infer that Selenox has become the mouse lemur and Trish has become the house cat. I am very proud of them. That was most of the preparation for today. The little wide-eyed little yellow monkey across the room from you says, "Good, you're awake. Hi. Can you hear me? Are you okay?"
Yes, I think so. Where are my friends? Are those my friends?
The noise awakens Trish and Selenox. The world is a little louder than before. Trish, you have. It's been a. You were all dreaming very pleasant dreams. Smoothie, I imagine yours were of flying.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But the noise of conversation, particularly from Smoothie, a sort of quite high-pitched, rasping kind of speech, sort of pricks your ears up, and you both discover the forms that you now inhabit.
As soon as Selenox wakes up, she's gonna see if she's got her armor and her sword.
All gone.
Oh!
What's happened to us?
Fuck, I wish that would stop happening.
Why does my voice sound like this?
I don't know, but the ladies that live here, I think they do something to you. I
Are
think
you
it's in
one
the
of them?
pies.
Were you a person once?
I'm normally a Vulpin.
Oh, this isn't good. Trish, is that you?
I jumped out the bloody window!
I mean, I did give it as an option.
Yeah, I know.
So glad you didn't.
What's going? You said she does something. What do you like you seen this before? That happened to you, right?
There were two others in here before. The ladies, the hedgehog ladies, the hedge ladies, they come down and take you away. But they brought you down. I heard an
Yeah.
argument, and then you guys were brought down.
Right. Well,
We're in the basement?
I think so.
I don't know if this is gonna work. Can I use all my abilities other than
Let me tell you.
what's
so,
the deal?
I have statted these creatures because I backed this on Kickstarter. This is unfamiliar. This is rules
Oh my god!
rules for playing awakened familiars as player characters in D&D. So
Fucking
all of
hell.
them are actual rules for animals as player characters.
Uh-huh.
So Smoothie is currently the closest thing this book has was a drop bear. It's the only marsupial in it.
Yes!
So you are a drop bear. Trish,
Of course I am.
cat is eminently doable. We had to go with a flying squirrel for the mouse lemur. But that is pretty freaking close, actually, given what it can do. So, you will notice on the stream that you have been restatted as well.
Yeah.
Your mental stats have barely changed, but your physical stats are obviously radically different.
Oh my goodness, 4 HP.
I've got
Yeah.
the most HP. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
High con. You rolled very. I rolled them up. I didn't take the average. I rolled them. So,
Yeah.
Trish, currently you have dark vision to 60 feet, natural weapons from your claws, which deal 4 points of damage, and that's
Nice,
just flat
nice.
4. It's 1 plus your dex mod. Advantage on smell and hearing-based perception checks, plus all stealth checks in natural environments are also done with advantage. So, fields, just not in a building. You also have a walking speed of 40 feet and a climbing speed of 30 feet. Your wisdom has gone up by 2. However, your strength is 2. Your dexterity is 17 and your con is 12. Which means your AC is 13 and you have 5 glorious hit points. Smoothie, yours
I got it
is
here on the
even
overlay.
more confusing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you back this as well?
No, I took a screenshot on my phone, so I got it in front of me.
Of the
Oh, right, okay.
overlay.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
But you can narrate it. That's fun to
But
narrate.
you're,
You worked
but
hard on
you're,
it.
well, you also have dark vision to 60 feet. You all actually managed to pick up dark vision.
That's good.
Your natural weapons are your teeth and claws, which deal 2d4 plus 1 damage. Your bite attack is particularly strong, which is why I've just kept it as that. The Tasmanian devil, this is a true fact, has one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom for its body size. It's very, very
They're
strong.
tough little things.
Neck and shoulders. They also do have pouches. This is one of your special abilities. So, walking speed 20 feet, swim speed 20 feet, because all bears can swim, and climbing speed of 10 feet. However, you cannot fall while you are climbing. You can't even fall while you're asleep if you are climbing. You require at least 12 hours of sleep a day, though you have, however, you can take it however you like. So you can do hour on, hour off, hour on, hour off throughout the day. As long as you have 12, you get the benefits of a full rest at the beginning of every dawn.
Yeah.
Your charisma has gone up by 2, yay. And your con has now gone up by 3 as well. You have 17 con. Because bears roll 64s and drop the lowest for their constitution. And then a drop bear also has adds 2 to their con and charisma. So yeah, you got 17 out of that. You rolled quite well. Which means your AC is 11 and you have 7 hit points. Your strength is 9, your dex is 12. You also have a pair of fun abilities, Magic Pouch, which is essentially a magic bag of holding that can hold up to 50 pounds or 22 kilos, and it can accommodate things up to 3 feet wide. You can eject any one item as a bonus action at will. You are just aware of what is in your pouch permanently. I imagine it's a little weird and uncomfortable for someone not born with the ability. And the other one is called the Drop Assault. You get an auto grapple on anything you drop onto from above, granting advantage on attacks. If it's bigger than small, however, it is not restrained by you. You just grip onto it as it moves around. You are all size class tiny. Selenox, you currently have dark vision, natural weapons from your teeth, which deal 3 glorious points of damage, 1 plus your dex mod. Advantage on smell and hearing-based perception checks. You also have a walking speed of 25 feet, a climbing speed of 25 feet, and you have retained the rudiments of your glide ability, which literally springs from your capacity to jump. So, every 10 feet of fall, you can travel 5 feet. And land safely. You can also hide items up to 1/10 your size in your capacious cheeks. Your dexterity has also gone up by 1. However, your strength is now 3 and your constitution's 10, which means your AC is 12 and you have 4 hit points. All of your abilities from your classes, however, are still there. You are still a Ragebarian in the body of a cat.
Okay.
All of your equipment, however, not so much. But Smoothie for spell casting purposes, if it has verbal components, fine. If it has semantic components, you will have to pass a dex save or check. And if it has material components, you can't do it. Because you don't have your casting focus or your component pouch on you. Everything you had is gone.
Oh, fucking hell. I just got the damn shit.
They're not gone. They changed when you polymorphed.
Okay. Alright.
Fucked.
So, I think we'll leave it there.
Good.
I will send you your modifications. I will send you that on Discord. Yeah.
Frustrating, but dope. Rope, if you will.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Couldn't let it end on a nice note. Yeah, that is that. That is a lovely session. Thank you very much, John. Yeah, I quite liked it. Holy shit, says Omi. Yeah, that thing is it's a really cute little book. I was in the process of statting a cat, and then I was like, wait, I've got this. Hang on, I bought this. Someone's done the work for me. Why bother? I really wanted one of you to be an otter, but there wasn't a close. I considered it for the Tassie Devil, but no. It was also stepping very close to Guardians of the Galaxy 3 territory. Which I found. I'm not going to watch that movie again because of the trauma from watching the otter stuff. It was so cute and painful. The bunny too, actually. The bunny was really sad. Yeah, as a rabbit owner, floored me. I've told Karen, maybe don't watch that one. Unfamiliar is lovely. Yes, Crispin. Crispin also lent me a different one, and I was like, surely I know there are lemurs in this. Oh, wait, it was in the other one that Crispin lent me. That one has rules for lemur. So, we're going to do what we like to do at the end of our streams now. We do our favorite moments, which is where we tell each other what good things we did today. And there's been plenty of good things that we did today. It was a lovely, lovely session. Some really stellar roleplay, and I'm very proud of us all. So, guys, let's chat about favorite moments. And Karen should never watch that. Exactly, Phoenix, I agree. Oh, no, it's totally fine, Crispin. It was at an hour's notice. And I think I'm very happy with the Drop Bear stuff anyway. I think Drop Bear works. It's actual marsupial, so... Oh, no, for Selenox, the flying squirrel works just fine. And it's good that it's all from one book, so it's balanced with each other, with itself. Favorite Karen, when she asked how my blood was doing. All right. So can I have a D4 in chat, please, to determine who gets to go first? I am 1, Selenox row is 4, everybody else is between that. Throw it up. First, we have Shanahos rolls a 3. We're talking about Jack. Favorite Jack moments, everybody. Favorite Smoothie. I can go first, and it's really easy. Do you trust me? I loved it because I know you didn't intend it as an Aladdin callback, but it felt very Aladdin callback. And I'm like, yes, Jack. Do you trust me? After all of this and everything, it was some stellar roleplay, but also in character as Smoothie, an amazing thing to say. Also out of character as a player, an amazing thing to say. It's a good character meta choice. It was very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah. Good line.
In general, the Smoothie, cute, anxious energy that comes out with the oh, a girl looked at me, but in particular the teeth. I just love that. Every time I looked over, Jack's got his teeth out every time.
Helps that they're massive. It's easy to see on camera.
It's so good though. It's so cute.
I really liked our little pie exchange moment, the little olive branch in the form of pie. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah, it was nice.
Pie branch, if you will. Yeah, that was good. Jack, favorite self?
It was a really fun episode, first of all, but I guess what I have written down was this, is that I have ever since ... which is to say that he's stopped mentioning Gramps at all. And we'll get into why in episode, but it was fun to kind of lay the seeds for that, and just just kind of muck around and have someone new to talk to. The whole thing was a great experience for the character, because there's like routines with the adventuring party, and then he's got someone new that he feels like he can open up to. So it was a really fun episode in general. Being Smoothie, it was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I have a second because I also want to hats off to the lie about his parents. I bet they're proud, and he goes, yeah, they are, yeah. It was really well acted. It was it was like 3 levels deep of performance. There was, he's performing and Jack is performing as him, and it was really, really good. That level of depth to your performance was really cool.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you.
All right. Well, I now need a D3 in chat, please. We also have Shanaha says Smoothie being flustered with Bella was great, and Smoothie taking her hand from Bishop Blood. Smoothie being so dang nervous was very, very
Tunnel
cute.
visioning
I mean, as it was happening, so many people in chat were going, "This kid is me as a teenager." I'm like, surprise, surprise! Everyone watching a D&D stream was nervous as a teenager. Were we all nerds? I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
It's a mystery. We'll never know.
So Shanahos rolls a 3, which is Ro, and after that we're talking about me because Omi rolled a 1. And then we will have Rachel last. So, favorite romance, everyone. Favorite Selenox. I went first last time, so I don't need to.
Right.
I liked the response to seeing Strahd's castle. It was like... It was subtle, because obviously you got that warm feeling, but it felt weird to feel that way about Strahd's castle. I don't know, it was very subtle acting. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. I need to say a quick thank you to Sparhawk Games for the raid, you bloody champions. Avast, mateys, you wee scallywags. Sparhawk Games, thank you so much for joining us. We are just wrapping up another session of our Burrowvia campaign, our Burrowvia, if you will, because we are playing cute little animal versions of it. Selenox thinking something bad happened to Smoothie with the scream after letting the young and waddle off alone. Shanos, that was very, very cute. So we're doing what we like to do at the end of our streams now, where we go around the table and basically say what we thought the others did well. It's something we've inherited from the dreaded GM, and I hecking love it. It's a really sweet, affirming thing to do. So that's what we're doing now. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for bringing your peeps. And what have you been up to as well? Let us not forget to ask that, bloody champions. Let's have a shout out Sparhawk Games. Sparhawk Games, we are also only 2 followers away from our follower goal of 750, at which point everybody gets an inspiration point. So if you guys have been playing a little D&D, you know how valuable that is. I also highly endorse my lovely folks chucking a follow over to Sparhawk Games and the Lost Archives, who raided us earlier as well, because they are all bloody champions and we appreciate the heck out of them. They make excellent members of our community. Favorite romance while we do that as well.
I have 2, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it in order, So the first one I have is just the physical acting of the light uncomfortableness. And I will also say, if you saw me doing this, because I wrote it down in marker, I'm like, what the fuck did I write? I've written light, just Selenox just kind of having this sensitivity and just going, it's fine. It was cool. It was very nice, subtle physical acting. Very cool.
Bishop Blood says her being called old numerous times is kind of funny. And now even cuter, even littler. Yeah, Phoenix, they are. They have just all been polymorphed into small little animals. I asked the guys last week, if your character was a small mammal, what would it be? And I know it's a bit of a weird question because 2 of them are already small mammal folk, but the other is an owl, and the answers were quite illuminating. And they were like, the fuck is this going? So they just got turned into animals.
We knew there would be fuckery. It was just a question of when.
You don't know where or when. Yeah, exactly.
And
you're all kind of trying to figure out in character, okay, so what exactly is the kind of meat that goes into these things? Oh, fuck, I think I've just figured it out.
Oh, God, yeah. Okay, there you go.
So my favorite moment was... I had 2 as well. One was just a proud DM moment of Ro, without prompting, being sunlight sensitive and Yeah, when the sun came out, her going, like not, but this is, I'd rather not. And that then driving, her staying inside and allowing me to have a one-on-one scene with Ro, where Bella pumps her for information about Smoothie. Because I hecking and adored that scene. That was very, very fun to play with you.
So
I was not anticipating Bella being as much fun to play as she was. Favorite self, Ro?
I think it kind of comes from that one because it was like it was playing Cell in the like awkward kind of like that's out of her element to an extent to like talk up someone else. But then also I wasn't really listening to the plan at any point because I was
No.
distracted by other things that were going on around us.
Yeah.
So Selenox just like totally thought she was going with the plan and she's doing the right thing and it's all fine. And so I think that was kind of like that was kind of my favorite where it was like, yeah, I've got this. I'm like handling this. And then it like leads into one of my favorite of rage. Because that moment when Selenox looked at Trish, like, yeah, this is going really well, isn't it? And Trish was like, fuck
No.
off, it's going well.
Why are you telling everybody that we're adventurous? What?
That was
That
my,
was
that was
fun.
my
We've really got
second
them on
as
the
well,
run.
was
They
it
don't
was in
actually.
that
They
scene.
believe us.
My second favorite was in that scene because I don't want to put a label on it. I think that's up to Ro to decide what it looks like. But to me, from my perspective, there's a real maternal paternal thing going on there, and then you're basically asking this stepmom, hey, your stepson is cute, like sell him to me. like
I'll take him off your hands. What are you looking for? I'll give you a bunch of pies.
Like just imagine that. Like if you're the parental figure of someone, and then this girl comes up to you, and you're both excited for the child, but also, mate, I'm not the person to really ask.
So-
I'm not his peer.
So
He's-
what's the exact dynamic? Because we've gotten
I don't know.
auntie
That's a Ro
vibes
question.
before, but no, this is my question, and it's to both of you. Like, how does Smoothie feel regarding Selenox, and how does Selenox feel regarding Smoothie? They have known each other total for about 2 weeks. They have been through some shit during that time. No, maybe 3. And like he's saved her life once. He straight up sprung her from prison once. And at other times, like he rezzed her from the dead at one point. Like he's literally saved her life twice. That I can think of. And she has taken a couple of bullets for him too. So there is significant trust in terms of I've got your back, kid. But is there, like, what is the relationship? Is it an older sister, younger brother thing, or is it a paternal maternal vibe?
Right?
Well, I think from Selenox's perspective, it's probably more, like I've mentioned before that Smoothie reminds me of someone.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a familial relationship thing there that they remind me of. But also, like, you know, she's from a kind of military background, and she has that, you know, when you have new troops come into the battalion or
rookie.
whatever. Yeah, like I think when she uses the term kid, it's not like you're my son. It's like kid that's the new guy in the battalion if
That
they're
you
a
look
bit
after.
younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like there is certainly a family vibe there in terms of the person that Smoothie reminds Selenox of.
Sure.
But she's not a mother.
But she's not. Yeah, and that's totally fine. I don't like keep that quiet. Selenox senpai, notice me. Yeah, Jack.
He would probably not know how to answer the question. Jack will answer it in an objective sense, which is that he is latching.
Yeah.
He lost his parental figure and has this person that is giving him, regardless of intent, the sense that he is safe with her. Therefore, though he would never express it necessarily because he doesn't want to fuck it up, nor would he necessarily be able to, the answer is that he would go bananas if he lost her, because he's taking all of this confusion and loss and rage and pain and putting it into keeping Salanox alive.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't dealt with the death. He can't. It's like, that requires stopping, which is not possible. So rather than grieving, he's latching. So it would be paternal in that sense. But yeah, I think it's to be honest, from like an objective sense, it morphs, right? Sometimes it's like, equals and that's what he wants. And then there's moments where like it seems to me that like it's more like proud of the kid sort of thing, and he's happy to be proud of. He's also happy to have someone call him on his bullshit because he's a fucking kid. Sometimes you need that. So yeah, emotional transference, that's exactly it.
And there's always going to be an element of that when you've got like in terms of the experience level as well among the different members of the party. Like obviously if you have some members of the party who are have more life experience and stuff.
And you got to remember that Salanox is confident in the ways of what we're supposed to be doing. Smoothie never killed someone before this happened. This is all new to him. And hopefully that explains the process. As a bandit, really? That's surprising to me.
I was being sarcastic. I think Trish has killed many people.
I was going to say. So
although she has
basically,
some weird moral quandaries about it.
That's life.
Talk to Eric.
That's called being alive. We're not consistent as people, generally speaking.
Trish particularly,
Anybody. But yeah. So yeah, hopefully that answers the question.
Thank you. That's really interesting. It was not where I was intending to go with this, but it is an interesting question. Yeah, it was Jude who was the murder maniac. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Trish was Trish has always been reasonably. Trish started. It's odd. Trish has gone the opposite direction of most D&D characters, where a lot of D&D characters start broken and get fixed. Trish has almost done the opposite. Trish was very well. She was the only balanced one of the whole party. The Hellrig was deeply broken, but so broken that you didn't notice for a while. Nevermore was deeply problematic, and Jude is still deeply fucked. Hasn't really. She's done a little mending, but not a lot. Whereas Trish, the adventuring life has broken her a little bit. Broken bent changed. Irrevocably changed. I don't think she'd say she's broken. And that actually goes to a Rach question. Is she? Would you call her broken yet? Have I done my job right?
No.
Evolved. Fractured. Fractured is a good word. No?
I don't know. I don't like to call people or characters broken. It seems
broken
so
is the wrong word.
final.
Broken is the wrong word. No, but like irrevocably changed.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
Evolved.
Evolved, yeah. Altered. Yeah. Trish has seen more than most would. And it's been an interesting ride, and it's been so cool to watch. Trish is the only character in the entire world of Humblewood that has played through from 1 to 9 level. She's the only one who's made it that far. Rach has put up with me longer than anybody else. Cool. All right. Well, then, favorite Rach moments I think is valid to talk about now.
I thought you were next. We were talking about
what the
DM,
hell?
and then we were doing Rach. That's what we
Very
were
well
doing.
then. A true survivor, yes. Traumatized, mutated, plagued. All of those things, I think. A true survivor, exactly. All right, go on then. Favorite DM moments.
Gotta go with the overlay.
Yeah, that was so good.
It's just like,
yeah.
Yeah, love that shit. That's always the best when you can do a fireworks display along with your flourish. Just like ha ha ha, and it's always cool. Like as a fellow DM, it's like nice to be able to go like, and I have an hourglass. And then people go, fuck. And you go,
Hey, look what I spent hours preparing. Boom.
I really loved your description of the little cafe because it was just the literal opposite of what I went in expecting. But you like painted such a vivid image. I felt like it was somewhere I'd visited before, and it really lulled me into a false sense of security. So well done.
What's fun is this is what's going on here is exactly what the book says. The way I described it is completely the opposite.
yeah.
For exactly that reason. Yeah, the book would describe exactly what you were anticipating, which is why we didn't do it.
Yeah, fuck the book.
It's a really good thing what's going on here. It's really neat and cool. And you found the thing. Hey, you did find the thing.
It
It was all going so well until we got to the end, damn it! The whole honeypot plan, it was going great! You should have jumped out the fucking window!
Should have jumped out the window. Yeah.
So you're saying
I
that's had a good idea?
Yeah.
No, in hindsight, yes, we clearly should have done that. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I did. Well, it was kind of like, hang on, you could just jump out the window, but it's less subtle. It's more subtle to do a policeman's jump in a Charlie Chaplin film.
Yeah, but Trish couldn't
I
jump
loved
out
it.
the window. It was 3 floors up.
Yeah.
So she would have had to go down the inside.
Acrobatics.
Admittedly, like,
And then been like, my friend's disappeared. Anyway, I'm leaving now. Like, it would have been very unsubtle.
I think
yeah.
I think it's 6 and 1, half a dozen the other.
They also would have still known where the thing was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have had a head start.
This
there.
hugely magical sword. Yes. We have a. Oh yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
I really enjoyed the description of Ravenloft. I liked the like links to it being like kind of organic and like coral. Because I enjoyed that as well in terms of the connections that you were making with what we associate with it. And so I enjoyed that it sounded beautiful, because then, yeah, like it added to what Cell was seeing. It kind of felt like some of the description was for different characters almost.
Yes.
Like the way you were describing the appearance would like be the way that the different characters were experiencing it, which I enjoyed.
Josh beams in. Someone understood me. Yes. Yeah. My intent was to describe it as something that could be both beautiful and horrifying, depending on what you wanted to imagine. So I'm really glad that was picked up. Thank you. Yeah. We have a couple in chat. I graduated. I'm not going to read no more. Fuck books. Bishop Blood says, being Bella and being Soot. Soot was cute, yeah. As someone with a certain NPC, I'm sus of this monkey creature. Was it you who bought that one? I had it in my head that was Ardana. My guy. I thought it was Ardana, but if it's not, if it was Bishop Blood, yeah. So the monkey is named Mai, and it's an NPC that someone bought. And I've been waiting a while to put it in there. Oh, it was Bishop Blood. Okay, yeah, that's yours, Bishop Blood. There you go. My friend fell in the mill wheel. So sad. It's Trish's excuse for coming down alone. Where were you 30 minutes ago?
And also Bella.
Bella was also super
Because she was super cute.
Yeah. Bella, I was enjoying being Bella so much, I felt really bad about the curse her sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I mean, she technically didn't betray
No,
us.
Well,
and
it's happening.
It's noteworthy that Morgantha said, "I'm sorry, Bella, dear," before it happened.
That was gonna be my second favorite. Did we everyone have a go?
I've said mine. I think everyone said theirs. Yeah.
Yep. Well, look, it was. I think that is the best example of trusting your DM. You know you've got a good relationship with your DM when you've got, and you know I realize this sort of sounds like a joke. Was like when you're going on a pseudo date, right?
Yeah.
But like there's so many things that could go wrong or go too far or be weird. But it was a really good couple of scenes, and once again, just very good pacing. I always appreciate when you're in the moment, but then you're like, we haven't heard from these guys in a while. Clapped, and I thought you did both of those things really well.
Reading aloud. Yes, very distracted. Yeah, I agree completely, Jack. It was you were really cool to have as a scene partner there, and a similar deal right back at you, trusting the player to work with it. And I mean, like, yeah, I throw stuff to you and you got it and you can run with it. And there is a degree of I've been playing with Rach for ages. I've been performing with Ro for ages, and I've done a fair amount of playing with Jack as well, actually, over the years, or over the last year or so. And we've been fellow players together. I've been DM'd by Jack. Jack's been DM'd by me a whole bunch. So there is a lot of mutual understanding and knowledge of each other. So that really, really helps for something like this.
For
but
sure.
Yeah, having that familiarity with your fellow player is really, really big.
But you know what was really great about it is that, like, even though, like, obviously you do your best to forget the meta, but you can't forget that you're sat at in this case, a computer desk waiting to roll some dice. I genuinely forgot. No joke. I was just like, I was in the moment and, like, just kind of enjoying this thing.
Yeah.
This, like, it was very cool.
First date. Teen first date is a really fun thing to play when you're not actually the teenager.
Yes. Plus you can, like, have omnipotent, now he's a little bit more confident, as opposed to just, he's just a bit of a fucking dry mouth until he's 22.
Idiot. Yeah.
And then has something interesting to talk about because he actually got a hobby.
Has done something in his life.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Exactly.
I had it also for Jack and Josh. I really enjoyed the flying.
Yeah.
Like, just on both sides, it was just super cute the way it was, like, the offer, the accept, and also, like, the reactions from both characters was just, like, it was all very nice.
It's like a
there was a moment in it where she drops that layer, and she becomes a lot more real and honest. Like, everything she was doing before was the teenage awkward, and then she's like, oh fuck, I can talk to this as a person. He's a real person. That moment I really, really liked. And yeah. Anyway, that's enough.
Let's talk about Trish.
Patting me on the back. Let's talk about Rach. Favorite Rach moments.
Were your parents a baker? No.
Oh.
I know. I love that.
So
good.
You fucking idiot.
I think all of us were just like, oh, we didn't know that.
I think that happened in break as well. I was like, Rach,
right?
yeah, that was in break. When we went on break,
sorry.
I said to Rach, I was like, remind me, I know that your dad ran a scroungecraft store, but did your mum run a bakery? And she's like, no.
She said it like Josh.
Because your mum is a really good, like, Trisha's mum is a really good cook, and I was just like, is it canon that she did that, or is that something that you made up? Because, yeah, the line between Patricia Cape and Trish Caper is blurry sometimes. You were live.
We were live.
We were live.
Never know my next move.
It was fabulous.
I
The whole
loved.
Baker sequence was very funny. Yes.
I loved, and I loved how Trish was so mission focused, and there was all this stuff going on, and like the whole time, Trish is just like,
We're here for a sword.
this is the mission, and this is
how
the
we're gonna
plan, and no one's
And
doing
no
the
one's
same
following the
mission or
fucking
plan.
I was.
But then when
How
it,
dare you? I was doing my part. I just
but
happened
then
to enjoy my part.
but then rolling with each way it changed as well. So like when Selenox had fucked it up for her and told too much information, but they went off to a different room, Trish was just like, right, next step,
Moving
Continue.
on.
we're looking
Yeah.
in this room. We're doing the job.
Yeah, when the deception check is so high, even the DM doesn't notice. Yes.
Yeah, no, I just loved. I liked the mission focus.
I really liked the short chat between Smoothie and Trish while Selenox was inside. Smoothie giving Trish the down low, and Trish's response to that. I am fascinated by this new 3-person dynamic that's still figuring itself out a little bit, because it was 2 pairs.
Yeah.
And now you have a trio who all know each other about as well. But Selenox and Smoothie have made the effort to bond, whereas Trish and Helvig didn't need to because they had each other. So Trish is now kind of the third leg, and it's...
Well, but also Trish has like that element of she doesn't necessarily want to become too close to New.
No. And yeah, there is that. And also, she's kind of technically, confidently the most experienced adventurer. So weird party leader almost a little bit, but sort of not. It's a very interesting dynamic vibe that's working itself out organically, and it's really interesting to watch. And Trish and Selenox have begun to bridge the gap. And so seeing Smoothie give that info to Trish, and Trish go, wow, that is information I did not possess, and not sure what to do with it, was really, really cool to see Rach play out in real time. Yeah, that was really interesting. Also, the wake up to the potato.
Yeah, that was cute.
It's like, I'll allow it because of potatoes.
It's a new day.
Not gonna throw out the damn potatoes.
Yeah.
Not that petty.
We had a couple of other ones in chat. Everyone was like, ooh, new backstory. Swarm of Angry Tin Cans is a really fun name. I loved the whole cast that the players know the Bonegrinder, but still manage to keep the PCs in world and in scope. Yeah. Not metaing is so freaking hard, and yeah, the guys all did really well today with that one. Crispin agreed. Rach, favorite self? Have we all said? I think we've all said.
Yeah.
Jack? Yep.
Yeah, I did. That line got me.
Yep.
I feel like I've been being the barbarian a lot lately.
So can
It
be the
feels
rogue.
good to be the rogue again.
Yeah.
Picking locks, friggin' lying my ass off. I
Yeah.
love it.
Sleight
Great,
of
get back to
hand,
my
like
roots.
30 plus. Jesus.
Yeah.
I was like,
Plus-
when we were leaving, and you were like, oh, sleight of hand. Yeah, you can have sleight of hand. You rolled like 26. I was like, we got this. We're out of here.
I have
She
a
has
plus 14 to sleight of hand.
Yeah. It's expertise and a magic item. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's great. I love it. But my deception's pretty good too. That's a +7. Like I'm great at rogue shit. I love getting the chance
Yeah.
to do it. It's fun.
And picking open locks as well, yeah, Phoenix.
Well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the minute we get back, I'm putting these kitty cat claws to use. That's my plan. I'm gonna try and
Hell yeah.
see what we can do.
Any opportunity. I loved also, give you another one, how you like had breakfast with Chet on your arm. That was cute.
Little buddy.
I could have just said no metaing. Wow. If anyone's seen my brain cell, they seem to be hiding from me. Look. Yeah, meta is the hard, and actually the hardest meta to forget is that you are the heroes of a story. It's so hard to switch that shit off because heroes of the story get away with shit that normal folks don't. Like there was an instance in the end of season 1 that the only reason their plan worked was because they were the heroes of the story, and I'm just like, this shouldn't work. This is dumb as fuck. But it did because they were this heroes, and narratively it had to. But yeah, that's a really hard thing to forget, and it's so hard to forget that even the DM more often than not will forget. And it was like, no, you're the hero, so this works. And to a degree, there's rule of cool, But yeah, there is a line between rule of cool and no. You don't get to win just because you're the heroes.
Well, that's what the DM's for at the end of the day. It's not to fix their plans, it's to fix their fucking solutions. So it's like, oh, we want to do this. I'm like, okay, well, let me translate that for you into something that makes vaguely amount of sense.
Bishop Blood says, Big Sis Trish. Kerr says, Cove, very nice. Like it. This place is cursed. That place is cursed. You ain't happy without a good curse. Better not matter that feta. Be cheese and no sleaze, and you better be a trendsetter. Like it. Reading aloud. Okay, we have all said our favourite moments, and it's 10:30. Jack has to get up early tomorrow morning, so let's go away from here now. Guys, thank you so much for playing with me this evening. It's been an absolute pleasure having you all. Thank you to our raid, Sparhawk Games, and the Lost Archives, you bloody champions. Thank you to all of you in chat. You've been lovely and wonderful and glorious. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us this evening. So, guys, who the absolute heck have you been this evening? Ro, who are you?
Hi, I'm Roro, and despite the name, I have little to nothing to do with boating. You can catch me here on Mondays or on Instagram at Crowdventurers, where you can see photos of my many travel adventures and my dog Charlie with the large ears. And upcoming project. What is that? Is that a boat, Jack? Oh, you're windsurfing. All right, cool. I was like, we normally go with rowboats, but there are different types of boats, so I'll allow it.
We like to mix it up.
Right. Excellent. Thank you, Jack. Who are you?
Me? No one does anything for me. Have you noticed that, internet? No, it's fine. Hey everybody. My name is Jack. I don't fucking know. I was just being a dick. Okay. So my name is Jack. I am a professional game master. You can find me at www. There you go. I got a thing now.
Square peg for a round hole.
There you go. Good job. That's actually dope.
Wait,
Dope. Can I give you inspiration? Good job.
Square. It's an eraser.
Yeah. So yes, you can find me at www.dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. Then kind of stalled like a car there. And you can find me on all the socials and on Twitch at Jack Squarepeg. Come find me on there because very soon, come September, we will be doing Ring Fit. As often as I can to raise money for the Animal Rescue Cooperative. They did great work during the bushfires. A lot of native animals are still kicking and out now in the wild after that horrible tragedy because of them. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, come check us and follow and donate money and make me suffer. There you go.
Excellent. I also learned today that Tasmanian devils have been introduced into Victoria.
Oh.
Huh.
They're trying to introduce them back on the mainland. Because they used to be all over. Or variants of that species.
They're a native
used to
animal,
be.
I guess it's
Well, they're a
fine.
native to Tasmania, but there was stuff over in... There was something very similar lived in WA in the fossil record
we
not
used
that
to
long
have-
ago. So, yeah, they're trying to introduce them back on the mainland, which is kind of neat as well.
I imagine they'll be fine. That's kind
well,
of
they
their
died out
MO,
here for
they're
a
pretty
reason,
tough.
so let's see. But yeah, they are an apex predator where they live because there is not
okay.
much else.
Yeah, fair enough. That'll find my way anyway.
Trish, Rach, tell me who you are and where we can find your book.
Hello, my name is Rachel Fuka. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. And if you follow me on various social media, I'll let you know whenever I do creative things. Creative things such as writing a book, which I did a while ago. It's called The Rings of Mars, and it's a sci-fi, and I'm pretty proud of it.
As you should
Yeah.
be.
And if you don't buy it,
Here we go.
I'm going to find out what your persona is. And then I'm going to find out what your persona's persona is. And then I will put that persona into a little cage and lock it in a basement. Buy my book.
No!
The meta, it hurts my brain.
Not Stephen!
Not the gumdrop persona.
Not Stephen the Otter!
That's my favorite, bro.
Not the gumdrop buttons. Yeah. Selenox's Rose Fursona's persona is a gumdrop button. Just candy. Or is it the gingerbread man? Anyway, and Mesdames, Monsieur, Dama or Heron, and beings of indeterminate gender persuasion, I firstly want to say, Rach, I think it was one of your best threats ever. Say, like, it's on par with, like, sneak in and, like, rearrange your fridge or something. That was terrifying. You can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely friends and my wife, Karen, the mother of bunnies. Tomorrow night, we will be back for some more Baldur's Gate 3 action. Karen and I have fallen hard, deep, and thoroughly for Baldur's Gate 3, so, yep. You may notice the occasional reference to it. I'm doing really well. In my game, I have just managed to recruit Halsin, so Muscle Daddy for life, there we go. Yeah, it's good fun. Then Thursday night, we will be back for some more Monsters and Magic. So if you enjoy the Humblewood world, come back for more of that. And then if you really like the Humblewood world, we've got a bit of a special treat for you. On Sunday evening, DM Brendan Ellis is taking the reins for Jack and I, plus Karen and Ellie B. And we are going to go back into the Humblewood for a little bit of a new setting in the Humblewood, a new place. We've never been to Marshview before in the world, but it is an official place in the setting. And Brendan is creating this creepy little town with a very upsetting lighthouse and a bit of a cult going on there. So that's going to be some interesting shit. And we'll get back to the adventures of Tali, Gallo, Fig, and Catherine Corvamus. That'll be good fun. Then back Monday night for some more Humblewood Midnight and Madness. So there's a good fun week of Humblewood and a bit of Baldur's Gate coming up for us. And on the 17th and 18th of September, we will be having International Talk Like Josh the Pirate Day Charity Marathon Volume 3, which is an incredible thing. I have been contacted this evening. Wooten Forge is back on to be a sponsor for that. So we have Roll with Advantage, Troll Lord Games, Wooten Forge, and a tentative yes from Meeples and Dragons as well. It's going to be a hell of a lineup for our sponsors, so prizes to be won, amazing stuff, and very excited for it. We have Owen from the Lost Archives will be joining us to DM, as is Des from the Eldritch Scribe. Ardana, the Lorite herself, will be on as well, and more to come as I get round to planning it. So, guys and girls, we should firstly mention Wooden Forge. They are incredible guys. That we are affiliated with them. Check them out at woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, where you can get yourself some gorgeous wooden tabletop accessories made from Australian and exotic hardwoods, all sustainably sourced, often recycled woods as well. They are very, very focused on that. Absolutely lovely folks. Check them out there at the link in chat. We are also mentioning the Ukraine and the Ukrainian people as things are heading somewhat, it's going okay, but it's still a war, which is never that good. So if you do have any charity pennies in your digital wallet, please consider chucking them over at the Emergency Action Appeal. The link is in chat. That is a group of Australian charities and not-for-profits raising money for the Ukrainian refugees generated by that war. If you have any pennies to donate, bless you for doing so, and if you sneeze during this, bless you. Guys, we're going to go away and raid somebody else now. And speaking of Des and the Eldritch... Oh, no! We are going to raid Dreaded GM. And the reason we're going to do that is because Dread is currently doing the charity stream for Starlight Children's Foundation, which is an incredible charity, very close to my heart. Very similar, in fact, to the charity that International Talk Like the Pirate Day is related to as well. Not the same one, but similar. Very similar vibe, looking after sick kids and their families. So he is playing Baldur's Gate 3, and he's doing a 24-hour marathon, which is pretty intense. So we'll drop a raid over on Dread. He is an excellent streamer, a wonderful person, and the person we inherited our favorite moment thing from. So we'll drop a raid over there. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell Dread where you came from. Show them love like we always do. Tell him that Josh the Pirate says hi, and we will see you same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow night for some more Baldur's Gate. So have a lovely evening, guys. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.